Fight with yourself, you at war. And nobody gon' see, nobody gon' scream, nobody gon' call. Want some peace of mind overall. I want you to know, I want you to grow. Don't stop, see yourself where you wanna go. Dreams we made up was our underground, now we run the town. Big dreams we made from ghetto youth and star, all because of dreams we made up. All these dreams we made from. Some days go be high, go be low. But you have the right mindset, you know that you stay focused on your goals. Negative, yeah, when you're over, so have this all, yeah, motivation. Got you like me, no direction. Bring this sound, time to turn up the nation. Activate now, start elevation. It's dreams we made up was our underground, now we run the town. Big dreams we made from ghetto youth and star, all because of dreams we made up. All these dreams we made from. Dreams on my dreams on my dreamers. Dream want you dream. Dreams we made up was our underground, now we run the town. Big dreams we made from ghetto youth and star, all because of dreams we made up. All these dreams we made from.
Battalion music.
You are dearer to me than all the stars. So many wish but never reach. Cause when I'm falling and all the world seems dark, you help me find my peace. In the still of the night, I lay listening to you breathe. People search for heaven all their lives. How lucky am I? Heaven's breathing next to me. Oh, shoot me by Vijani. Oh, shoot me by, yeah. Oh, shoot me by Vijani. I'll root it down, The sea has no answer for the depth of this feeling. I will love you in the heat of the morning and the cool of the night. How blessed am I to know you like this. When you touch me, I am free. People search for heaven all their lives. How lucky am I? Heaven's breathing next to me. Oh, shoot me by Vijani. Oh, shoot me by, yeah. Oh, shoot me by Vijani. I'll root it down, yeah, 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 yeah.
Come on and hold on to the waist. I wine to the ground, wine to the ground. Rock out, wine to the ground. Can nobody move that way? Push back when the music play. I wine to the ground, wine to the ground. Rock out, wine to the ground. Come follow me, wine on the body. Go down, go down. She said come follow me, wine on the body. Go down. Nobody come, no waste no time. See what you like, work it from behind. Grab on a waist for me, slow wine for me. Now waste any second on a groove for me. Get busy when a body walk by. So fine, make it say oh my. Eyes up on it, better work for it, chase it. Go gal, take it to the shawty waist. Here I know you long time. Rich body fella, get your money wine. Man, I say oh yeah. Down we go down day. See nobody like a zip code fly. Touchy like so you make it say oh my. Say man, I say oh yeah. Down we go down day. Come follow me, wine on the body. Go down. She say come follow me, wine on the body. Go down. One time, let me tell you that I ain't come for love. Push that one side, cause I wanna have fun. Let that beat make that body move up on mine. Dip and bubble and drop one time. Dip and bubble and drop one time. Dip and bubble and drop one time. Dip, bubble, drop one time. Dip and bubble and drop one time. Hey, come follow me, wine on the body. Go down. She said come follow me, wine on the body. Go down. She make you rewind, stop and press play. Come on and hold on to the waist. I wine to the ground, wine to the ground. Rock out, wine to the ground. Can nobody move that way? Push back when the music play. I wine to the ground, wine to the ground. Rock out, wine to the ground. Dip and bubble and drop one time. Dip and bubble and drop one time. Dip, bubble, drop one time. Make that body move up on mine. Can somebody melt this icy heart? I don't know how things got so far. Been away for like a day or two. Now I'm trying to find my way back to you. Now I'm trying to find my way back to you. And I'm so tired of wandering on my own. Sometimes I'd lose myself. I'd get swallowed by the darkness unknown. Won't yesterday. Been away for like a year or two. Now I'm trying to find my way back to you. Now I'm trying to.
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
Get ready as OurRadio.fm presents our DJ Battle.
Every girl pull up on a DJ spot. Every girl wanna know a DJ.
Our radio is looking for the hottest young DJs and announcers to become part of our patriotic lineup and represent Trinidad and Tobago music the right way.
Trinidad!
Do you have what it takes to impress our celebrity judges and entertain the fans live on air? Then now is your chance to win brand new DJ equipment, vouchers, and a 1-year contract with OurRadio.fm to fill our coveted Friday night slot. Register today by sending a 15-minute demo mix to DJ Battle at OurRadio.fm. That's DJ Battle at OurRadio.fm. Contestants must be 18 years and over. Deadline for submissions is Friday, September 1st. Contact and keep it locked to our Instagram page at OurRadio.fm for all contest details. So submit your demos now and get ready to win our DJ Battle. Brought to you by KFC, Streamline Systems, and O.U.R Radio Limited.
Switch up the flow, you see me rolling. Ain't gonna hide, you know I'm chosen. Better come with the vibe and keep it golden. No switching sides, cause I'ma know this. Switch up the flow, you see me rolling. Ain't gonna hide, you know I'm chosen. Better come with the vibe and keep it golden. No switching sides, cause I'ma know this. Yeah. Yeah, pay attention when you step around here. Magic when we move, walking on air. Yeah, I see these niggas watching, but I really don't care. Middle finger to the fake niggas that be in your life to just hang with you, but they really be scheming to tell niggas how they wanna see you fall. Man, I can't stand or fuck with them at all. Damn. Yeah, I am who I am and I can't disrespect a nigga if I know he got my back. Yo, forget the strap, cause we don't need that. Throw the peace signs up, better keep it intact, yeah. I got a vision, so I'm going hard. Yeah, the sky ain't the limit, I won't tell the stars. And when you see me on my way to Mars, don't call me unless it's important. Switch up the flow, you see me rolling. Ain't gonna hide, you know I'm chosen.
Good evening, Trinidad and Tobago. It's your Island Girls. Of course I'm gonna do it. I'm Crystal Kane.
I am Lick. And I am Kemba Joe.
Good evening, ladies.
What's up?
It's so nice to see you.
What's happening?
I was like, what's up? What's up? What's up? I'm good. How are you girls?
We are wonderful.
Better,
you know, praise the Lord.
Yes, I see you in your contacts today. All right.
Things in all.
And the wing is winging.
She ready, right?
Yes,
Let's give her the compliment.
I know she's look rather nice with them glasses too. I cannot lie.
I ain't frightened at all, you know, but
Cannot
I
lie.
like my wings to wing.
Yes.
So they're winging.
To see the wings.
Yeah.
Fly away
It's
with
nice, 'cause
them
I don't really wear my
wings.
contacts too often because they get dry really easily with all of the air conditioning.
So when you're wearing them, you're wearing them.
Correct. And I feel better. I feel much better.
Indeed.
Sound better.
I see like you all came planned wearing black
Never.
and things.
It was not a plan.
Never. We had. Well, we still matching, Chris.
We've been matching for up until today.
When you all
We
see the
still
full length
matching.
picture, you'll see we still
Thank you,
coordinated.
Nicole.
We are
Thank you.
coordinated.
Right?
Messed up my facetiousness.
Correct. How was your
Yes,
weekend,
sir.
Lex? What you did, girl?
What did I do this weekend? Why did I forget? Oh, no. I can't forget what I did this weekend. So I had one of my friends visit me from Tobago. Hey, Mo.
Hey, Mo.
Hi, Mo.
Yes,
And we went for drinks. Yeah.
Right.
And we went for drinks, and I actually helped to spearhead a birthday party / games night. You know, that is my thing.
You do a lot of events.
So
I was
do.
not cursing the words out of my mouth. I'm sensing a trend. Not that for you.
So it was fun. It was on Saturday night, and everybody had a wonderful time. And then Sunday was just like a down day, to recuperate.
Emphasis on down, because you just need them 2 business days.
Oh yes.
There's no to do with that. Not lashes.
No.
My lashes is giving me a itchy.
Some lashes, behave.
Get it together, right?
This weekend was nice for me, except when Sunday came. I was hella busy. The weekend started for me since Thursday. And I had some downtime on Friday. Then Saturday was hella busy. Then Sunday as well. But it's what happened after. And even though it happened, I'm glad that it happened at the time it happened. It happened when my night was over. But the car wasn't starting.
Oh God,
you know when you turn the key and it goes zig, 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 zig. It might be the battery and it could still get a little jump start, but battery was okay on green, fully charged. And then it started, instead of zh, 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 it started to go click, click, and that is the starter. And nothing. So record for me, and that was at 9 p.m. and the record didn't come until midnight.
I'm so
What did you do?
sorry.
Well, it was in a nice public space.
Okay.
I was
So
in
you're
Price
safe.
Plaza, Shugona, so I was A-okay.
Right.
Lots of things to do around, and even police stopped. 5 police jump out. They tried to help me. They tried to start the car.
I was about to say, of course, 5 police
I
jump
have to
out.
ask,
I love the police.
were you performing?
It was after my performance.
Well,
so-
where the police stopped.
Of course. no, but I was outside, so it
No, of
was,
course.
So, but they were very helpful. Big
I'm
up you,
glad.
TTPS.
All right.
And they tried their best, but nothing doing.
Nah, that's
And then
the result.
TCM came and they tried their thing and nothing doing. So waited. I mean, it was 3 hours, but I didn't feel it because I was entertained by who was around. So
Somebody go and come on board.
Yeah.
That was really good stuff.
Them 5 police that stopped
The
to
5
help
police,
you.
that's stuff what
yeah,
you mean.
man, it's nice.
Privilege.
Take my Instagram and say,
Hey,
get a little
see, fam.
message and thing already. But you see, man in uniform, not me.
Oh, no.
Not me. You know what they say? All right.
Comment.
Well, that's all serviceman.
Serviceman.
Yes, that is the saying. The views of Crystal Kane does not necessarily reflect the views of Island Girl Talk or O.U.R. Radio.
Hey.
Hey?
Kemba.
As Kemba says, hey.
What did you do?
I stayed home.
That sounds
I
fantastic.
worked.
I'm so proud of you.
I worked. So I did. Yeah, I stayed home. I finished the show.
Oh, yes.
I finished it. All 5
Insecure?
seasons.
Yes.
Insecure. Finished.
How is that possible?
All
Because you have to
5
be
seasons.
still, Chris.
Focus.
I am only
You have
on
to be
like
still.
I now reach episode 2, season 2.
You not committed at all to the bench. You're not committed to the bench now. It
Well,
was.
I find you reach far though.
It was
I find I reach far too.
Season
It
1
was
still,
quiet.
so I
It
give
was
you
quiet.
props.
I'm grateful. I had some really welcomed downtime. I got a lot more rest in compared to
Love to
weekends
hear it.
gone by.
Yes.
Back, vacation time is over, so we're back to the grind. Let's get this bread or whatever.
Yes, indeed.
And so, yeah, I wanted to go into my new work week feeling centered and refreshed. And so, yeah, it was very, very mellow
good.
That was a
yellow.
very good choice.
I had planned to cook, but what happened was...
You know, explain that to nobody,
That's
But
especially not me.
I did cook not yesterday, the night before Monday night. I cooked.
Yeah.
Whole Sunday lunch.
I all for cancellations. I plan to watch Chloe too. That's my hair. Watch nothing.
It was good. I had a really
It'll
good
happen
weekend.
on Friday.
I'm grateful. It was a good
Oh,
time.
you got his name.
Chloe.
Once upon a time. best
Like
girls.
Kemba would say, like once upon a time at band camp. So one of my really good friends, like my ride or die team player. I know I didn't talk about her last week, but she and I we worked at the same place, and actually you would love her. She has the same vibe, and she called hers Foxy Cleopatra. Cleo.
Cleo.
So it's like, well, if you're Cleo, I'm Chloe.
Oh,
Because we always do the same, you know?
Chloe was born.
Yes,
Okay.
Chloe
Yeah,
was
okay.
born.
Right,
So
right, right.
that's
I do.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing. Because you talk about Chloe and like,
big up you, Acacia.
there we go. Jumping in the chat real quick. Of course, I always love to jump in early on O.U.R Radio. Always begin us up. Welcome to Island Girl Talk. Nice little some with the emojis. Candy, you need to message me. Hop in my Instagram, Cambojo_talks, and we will talk with things.
Yes, please.
Candy is here, of course. Good evening, lovely. She came 1 week and she stayed. It's beautiful to see.
We're so happy to have you.
Yes, of course. Day one, Colin Agard. Hello, ladies. Looking extra lovely today.
Hi, Colin.
Special good evening to Crystal. Last week's apology is fully accepted now because my word. You find you looking real nice.
Don't make me blush now, Colin.
What is that?
Melons.
What is that? Oh, wow.
Melon.
That is what he's referring to. Well, you know.
All right.
All right.
So, yes,
Colin.
Candy, I will tell
I'll
you
take it.
everything.
Well played.
We will talk the things. You just jump in my IG DMs there, girl, and we will have, like, we'll heard everything. I voice notes, political. But she understood. So, Chris, you need to get on that train.
Yes.
Real quick.
Yes.
Correct is right. All right.
I told her what to do. We're just waiting at this point.
What happened? Waiting for
Candy to jump in your
Oh,
DMs.
yeah, of course. But I felt like I said it and it was done deal. So, yeah, that's what's up. Of course, we want to make sure that we invite you to connect with us. Chris, you want to just help me out? I can't see
Of course,
the board there, girl.
Of course, you know, we like to invite everyone to like and share the live. Like it, share it. Oh, Lord.
Yes.
Right? I mean, we love you all, but we want to talk to your friends too. So like it and share it, all right? On your WhatsApp, on your Facebook, your Insta, all that jazz. And of course, call us. We like to hear from you all in the chat room, but we love it even more when you all call us. The number is 466-4687. That's 466-4OUR. All right? Same thing. Call us and chat with us. We have a juicy one today. And for all those up-and-coming artists or well-established artists, send your music to us at music@ourradio.fm. That's music@ourradio.fm. We're all about local play here, all about local music, local everything. We like to say that we play 75%, but really we play 100% local music. We don't really play international or regional music here, all right? So you're good to go. You're going to get played.
Good stuff. All right. And speaking of new artists, instead of the new artists, we want you to get ready as KFC presents our DJ battle. O.U.R Radio is looking for the hottest young DJs and announcers to become part of our patriotic lineup and represent Trinidad and Tobago music the right way. Do you have what it takes to impress our celebrity judges and entertain the fans live on air? Then now is your chance to win brand new DJ equipment, vouchers, and a 1-year contract with OURradio.fm to fill our coveted Friday night slot. Want to register? Well, you can do that today by sending a 15-minute demo mix to DJ Battle at OURradio.fm. Contestants must be 18 years and older, and the deadline for submissions is on Friday, September the 1st. Next week, earlier.
Yes,
right.
indeed.
Get it together. Be sure that you contact us and keep it locked to our Instagram page at OURradio.fm for all contest details. So submit your demos now and get ready to win our DJ Battle. This is brought to you by KFC Streamline Systems and O.U.R Radio Limited.
Lovely.
Chris, you have some news. Thank you. You have some news.
Guys, I love when this happens. The last time this happened was quite last year. Guys, we have a new sponsor. Island Girl Talk is proud to announce we have a new sponsor. And we would like to welcome EPL Properties to our list of lovely people we have been partnering with.
Yes.
Indeed. And of course, we have the lovely Liquor who's going to tell us all about it. All right. So just take it in for a moment and we'll be right back. Yeah. Take in this video and listen to the soothing sounds of Liquor's voice.
A subsidiary of Eastern Credit Union Cooperative Society Limited, EPL Properties Limited has been a steadfast presence since 2002, anchoring EPL's triumphs of 5 vibrant revenue-generating business units. EPL Events, Nestled along the eastern main road, St. Joseph, La Jolla Complex boasts enchanting venues, from the grand Eric Williams Auditorium to the versatile Ed Garcia Gymnasium and Poolside, and the intimate courtyard and garden gazebo. EPL Properties Facilities Management Unit ensures smooth operations for medium to large businesses, custodial care, construction and projects. Behold the gems at La Jolla. Exquisite executive suites like the Opal, Aquaterra, Turquoise and Sapphire. Discover our sporting complex, a sanctuary for health and fitness enthusiasts. Embrace activities from weightlifting to swimming. EPL Properties Limited, enhancing people's lives.
Yes, I love how everything she read was in keeping with every edit.
Yeah, I'd just like to say that
love it.
Hey,
Big up you.
Big up Star.
Right? So guys, yeah, it feels great. We building our repertoire,
We're doing the things.
Yeah, we're doing the damn
We're doing
things.
the things.
So guys, you ready?
Listen,
Time for
I
what,
would just
right?
like to say something right about now, right?
Time for everything.
No, not at all.
What's that?
We gonna get dragged down Charlotte Street.
Oh gosh, with the topic.
With the topic of the day.
Oh gosh.
Right? If you have hair, your scalp is going to be tender. Right? Crystal come out for we today.
Oh god.
But it's important stuff to talk
Even
about.
outside of the chat, I have people telling me this show is for the emotionally intelligent.
No, it absolutely is. Somebody else told me too. Sorry, clearly.
No, clearly all of the topics align with that, yeah?
Yeah, somebody else told me too. They're like, yeah. I was like, hey, check it out, because we were talking, whichever topic it was a couple of weeks ago. And they're like, y'all go deep. I was like, yes.
And
And then I remember Shannon's comment from last week.
You go look at swim?
If you can't swim, stay away.
Yeah.
Get some floaties. So y'all, I'm excited for it, but you're gonna drag me by my scalp. So just gonna put that out there. We need company in the scalp dragging and shoot. Drag up a little bit. What are we talking about today, Chris?
I love that people find that we go hard with our topics. That is definitely one thing I want us to be known and recognized
And that's
for.
why we had to
Not just
share it
a
so that
run-of-the-mill
more people
girly
could-
show.
Yeah.
You know? What is this, Kemba?
You all right over there?
I'll go back in
What
the
it
chat. Last week I didn't have my phone. Phone was charging, right?
So
But,
you in charge of the chat today.
are
Come
there,
tell me.
right? Candy, yes, I got your message. Responded. We'll talk after the show. Ben did. Fire Wolfman, hey, happy
Hi,
to
Fire
have you.
Wolfman.
Greetings
Hi.
and blessings, ladies and everyone. I see you segue Banton. And then Colin, topic today already triggered me. Yes, I am if I sticking around.
Nah, man.
No, Colin. Stick around. I find he
can't be
should
that
call
bad.
us,
It can't be that bad.
I find it's time for him to call us.
So yes, but it's we promise that it's going to be a good time.
Yes.
Y'all know how we talk. We talk the things that are important to be raised out loud, to say it out loud, and so
Indeed.
what is?
All right, so time for everything. We will take a quick break before delving into today's topics, which is...
Thank you.
I was about to say it.
Which is... Drum roll, please. How childhood neglect can show up in adulthood. You all ready for this? Okay, let me stop my That's kind of a job. But guys, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk the things how childhood neglect can show up in adulthood. I know many of us, if not all of us, can resonate with at least one of these points. So we'll be right back after these messages right here on OurRadio.fm.
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
Get ready as OurRadio.fm presents our DJ Battle.
Every girl pull up on a DJ spot. Every girl wanna know a DJ.
Our radio is looking for the hottest young DJs and announcers to become part of our patriotic lineup and represent Trinidad and Tobago music the right way. Do you have what it takes to impress our celebrity judges and entertain the fans live on air? Then now is your chance to win brand new DJ equipment, vouchers, and a 1-year contract with OurRadio.fm to fill our coveted Friday night slot. Register today by sending a 15-minute demo mix to DJ Battle at OurRadio.fm. That's DJ Battle at OurRadio.fm. Contestants must be 18 years and over. Deadline for submissions is Friday, September 1st. Contact and keep it locked to our Instagram page at OurRadio.fm for all contest details. So submit your demos now and get ready to win our DJ Battle. Brought to you by KFC, Streamline Systems, and O.U.R Radio Limited.
Eastern Credit Union Cooperative Society Limited, EPL Properties Limited, has been a steadfast presence since 2002. Anchoring EPL's triumphs are 5 vibrant, revenue-generating business units. EPL Events, nestled along the Eastern Main Road, St. Joseph, La Jolla Complex boasts enchanting venues. From the grand Eric Williams Auditorium to the versatile Ed Garcia Gymnasium and Poolside, and the intimate courtyard and garden gazebo. EPL Properties Facilities Management Unit ensures smooth operations for medium to large businesses, custodial care, construction, and projects. Behold the gems at La Jolla, exquisite executive suites like the Opal, Aquaterra, Turquoise, and Sapphire. Discover our sporting complex, a sanctuary for health and fitness enthusiasts. Embrace activities from weightlifting to swimming. EPL Properties Limited, enhancing people's lives.
Yes, and we're back with more show for you guys. I am sorry, we used to talk about everything on the show. I have to say, you haven't even looked up at the screen, and everything you have said coincides with when the slide goes to the next thing. I love it. Thank you so much.
The timing of
Indeed. All right, once more, we have partnered with a new sponsor, EPL Properties. We're happy to have you guys. Island Girl Talk looks forward to working with you in the future and beyond and beyond and beyond. Yes?
Yes.
And with that, we commence our topic of the day. Right? And guys, as mentioned, we are discussing how childhood neglect can show up in adulthood. Who child? Take the reins.
Oh, yeah. All right.
I am triggered already.
So, of course, real quick, you know how we like to do. It's important to sort of help to define what is even this whole space of childhood neglect, right?
Yes, please.
And so, emotional neglect, we're talking about that specifically, right?
Correct, yes.
Emotional neglect in childhood occurs when a caregiver consistently fails to meet a child's emotional and psychological needs, whether conscious or unintentional. And that's the part that happens.
That's the unintentional.
Yep. This pattern of negligence leaves children with deep insecurities that can affect them throughout their lifetime. They may struggle to establish a stable sense of self in adulthood, but overcoming childhood neglect is possible, y'all.
Is it?
One of our favorite things. Yeah, therapy, how you
Do
mean?
tell. Well, yes. I just thought you was
How
going to
you
give me
mean?
all the answers. You know.
I don't have all the answers.
I thought I was going to be saved.
qualified at all to give all of the answers.
I thought I was going to walk out here a new person. You know what I'm saying?
No. Listen, I'm definitely qualified to share the horror stories, you know.
Gosh,
because
girl.
I feel like a pillar of Caribbean parenting is that. And that's why it's so triggering for all of us. Yes, I start out the gate one time.
No,
Charge.
it's true.
Full on drop.
Speak the things.
Good on you, Lex. So that is, of course, what it is sort of in a general context, right? It talks about the childhood neglect, right? In that way, it involves the absence of critical nurturing interactions such as connection, support, and adequate responses to distress. And I'm leaving it right there.
Yes.
Because I want to sort of keep it in the bubble, or my thoughts at least are to keep it in the bubble of what we would have experienced.
Yes.
And very often, you know, well, I closed you. I put a roof over your head.
Right. Yes.
All right.
Just in layman's terms to what Kemba just said too, it could look like a plethora of things, right? But just some examples like Kemba just said. Give it again, Kems.
I clothed you. I put a roof over your head.
I fed you.
I fed you.
You know. Or mom or dad are feeling a little sad these days lately. Are feeling depressed. I saw this as a meme online. I'm feeling a little depressed. Depressed? What you know about depression?
What you have to be depressed
you have
about.
food in your belly, right? Clothes on your back, like Kemba said.
Right.
You have an education. I'm breaking my back to do this. Depressed for what?
Yeah, and I'm saying Caribbean, but of course for any viewers,
yes, most parents
any
do that.
viewers from other waters, right? This is the sentiment. We almost kind of bond over it on social.
No, it's true. Like you hear like African families and you know Indian families, so it definitely is spread.
I think a lot of it comes. I don't know about you, but I feel like a lot of it comes from not even feeling like you had a voice back then, or you're being heard, or a lot of what you felt was disregarded because your parents didn't have the emotional intelligence to really delve into and connect with you on a level to help you regulate whatever it was you were feeling.
And that's the neglect part
of
it. And you know, I don't think any parent, speaking as a parent, I don't think we set out to do that. Most parents don't. Some
their
do.
parents,
Some really do.
it's a cycle. It's a cycle.
Some parents really do set out to make their children's lives a living hell. And I'm
Yes.
not speaking about those because those are very clear-cut cases. But the impact of what those moments are show up in adulthood. Right, so just to kind of make that shift now, because the pieces we were talking about, you know, time for everything, and I was like, listen, we could talk about this.
It's half real things,
real things,
too
right?
much things.
Like,
there are many topics.
What are some of the things and the ways that this might show up? Tell us. Let me start there.
You're right. So for me, the one that stuck out to me, well, one of the ones that stuck out to me is definitely an aversion to depending on others. So you are in a space where you get so used to not having anybody to depend on, whether it be, well, we're talking about emotionally right now, and it kind of just transitions through life. It just goes with you, and you end up being an adult who does not need, as they like to say, anybody. I don't need anybody.
Ma'am, lower your voice.
Sorry, I'll try not to shout. Right? But it's funny because this week I was talking about this exact thing and having a tribe, you know, and understanding that it's okay to lean on people because we definitely need it. That's how we are made. We are made to exist among others and to have assistance in that way. Yeah, but when you grow up and you have that part of your childhood where you really don't have that support emotionally, it is difficult for you to come out on the other side as an adult and have that in you innately. Yeah,
facts on facts. And so that's how it shows up in adulthood. But I'm always curious because it's true, it's pure facts that it does not just appear in adulthood, right? So I guess we kind of I see us describing the point and then going back into childhood, right? So I'll be brave, I'll go first, because these are things that I am okay about now. It's big up therapy 2 times.
Yeah.
So as an adult, say it again, it's the hyper independence, right?
Correct, yes.
Dragging me already earlier. And I think back to childhood, and there's a reason that I don't reach out to people. There's a reason that I think I can do it all by myself. And that's because the safe spaces that I needed for myself, not that the attempt was not there. I think I was just a very different child. Super sensitive about everything. Like, I probably was really annoying. Super sensitive. Everything made me feel this overwhelming
Deeply.
amount of emotion.
Yeah.
I felt things deeply, and I didn't learn. I wasn't given the space to be able to understand and regulate, right? Because part of it talks about emotional regulation, and that's one of the other signs. We're not going to talk about it now, but when else am I supposed to get that space? So when I don't have the space and time to process, bye. And so you just, and so because I didn't lean on folks in my formative years to process my emotions, how How?
Am I to do it now?
How? Help me. How?
I am there with Kemba. I don't know how. I would exactly. Exactly. And you see, you know what? My position is a little unique because I had one parent, and you know, in your adulthood, you go through that. You don't really always think of your parents as just people. It was a friend that told me that some time ago. She said, as she grew, she realized that her mom and her dad, they were just regular people. They weren't superhuman. They weren't. And I grew up thinking that the parent that was there for me from day one was superhuman. You know, he always got everything done. He provided for me. I never wanted for anything. And to see where he may have fallen where they may have fallen short in certain areas, instead of being understanding, I was a little upset about it.
Of course,
because it affected me. But really and truly, thank God for therapy. You know, you realize that they did the best that they could.
Yes, and that's the sign. You know,
that is a healing thing in itself. At least for me, you know.
Facts. You have to kind of get to the point of being angry about it. Why weren't you there for me, or why did this not happen? And then pause for a cause, and then recognize that recognition that, oh my God, they are human, and they did the best that they could with the resources that they had, and the lack of support that they may have had, and all of the generational pieces that just passed on and passed down. So yeah, hype on the banana. Yeah.
I mean,
I has this one.
It has this one.
I has this one. Low self-esteem. Low self-esteem.
Only we in WD-40 that door yet?
No, we didn't.
Only please and thanks.
But no, low self-esteem shows up in adulthood as well, and it's going to be different for everybody. So whether it's the performative version of low self-esteem, so it's all of the extra things that highlights this person really is very insecure. It's this inflated sense of self that isn't on a solid foundation. Because hold on, inflated sense of self, yes.
I can't what I know it.
But it comes from a genuine place. Like it's unshakable and just you can't move it. So even if nobody else find I looking real nice, I mean, Colin don't say so he GT.
Yes,
but I find that yes, what is out here and my worth and my ability to step into certain spaces, because my self-esteem now, hear me out, now, like recently now, like pandemic time now, is much higher than it's been ever. Take that back into childhood, right, or adolescence.
I can relate to that.
Low self-esteem shows up like feeling like you're just never good enough, or believing that you deserve to be picked on. Or at least for me, my time at school was a really challenging one, and at some point I figured I was like, well, I clearly deserve this because, and then the negative self-talk, and that keeps you in our place. So you see it in one way, and I mean, as an adulthood, I think low self-esteem can show up as still having those negative thoughts about yourself, still thinking that you're not good enough, constantly critiquing. Sorry, Chris. All of these different things, right? And where does that come from?
So, question.
So you realize you just dragged me down Charlotte Street, right?
I feel like
But
that
my question is though,
we good.
we're thinking about childhood neglect, and your brain automatically goes to the persons that you would have grown up with, your parents, probably your siblings, etc. But in you mentioning that just now, it definitely can show up as bullying.
Yeah.
In terms of emotional neglect.
Yeah. From a social sense.
From a social sense.
The sense
I
of
totally get the connection.
Where does community start? Does community not start not just in your house, but where do you spend the most time outside your house and school?
Yeah.
So when you say it can show up as bullying, you mean as in the person being the bully or
the
being
person
bullied
being
by?
bullied.
I feel like it could be
It
both.
could be both. Yes.
Because
Definitely could be.
you bullying someone else, or the act of it is you in a sense lashing out, or
Yes.
that's your response to the neglect happening.
Right. Trying to make yourself feel better.
Correct. Or perpetuating because there's abuse and there's neglect.
Right.
So while again I said no parent may intentionally do that, some parents intentionally do that. And therefore that's how the abuse shows up.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah.
I feel like at times I will share that I was bullied at a certain period in time in secondary school, but I was good for myself, you know what I mean? So I in turn bullied who was bullying me, if that makes sense.
Right,
like I stood up for it. It was never a cowering, but it was always a why me? Exactly. You know what I mean? Why me specifically?
Yeah.
But I wasn't about to take it, because one thing I did know how to do was to stand up for myself, but that was more an outward projection to show, hey, bring it, bish.
Right.
But when I got home, it was like,
Yes.
what the hell is wrong with me?
And so the same when you get home is the same experience, except that for me, I could not for the life of me function.
Oh no.
I was not the aggressor. I was
And you know, I
raised-
had no outlet. I internalized all of this. I never even spoke to anyone
Of
about
course,
it.
I was raised to turn the other cheek. That's why I choosing violence now. You all hear me say it all the time. Because unlike in your experience, Chris, I didn't know how to stand up for myself. I didn't learn how to do that. And I didn't feel like my experience was fully comprehended and understood. I think that there was an attempt using the tools and the knowledge available then to my caregivers, but to really understand the depth of the loneliness and the pain and the isolation. That's another sign as well. Like all of the, to really, really, really comprehend that, I felt like no one did.
Miguel, I could tell you. I understand where you're coming from.
I know.
The only difference I think is I was raised by a man, so I knew how to bottle up my emotions good and proper.
That's not a
But
sign.
inside I was, like you would say,
Turmoil.
shambles.
Yeah.
Shambles.
Yeah. That's not, I think that's one of the signs, right? Bottling it up, right?
It is, yes. Bottling up
Right?
the anger.
One thing I knew how to do was just to
And then sometimes it
bury
showing
those
up
emotions.
like in tantrums. So, that outburst of anger.
Right.
Yeah.
So tantrums
Yes.
is another sign. Tell us about that a little more.
I think it's as a result of what Chris is talking about, bottling it up and keeping it in to the point where you no longer know where to put it. So it's just an outburst of the emotion that you would feel. So whereas some people would find it difficult to express, it just gets to a point where you just don't know what to do anymore. And you find that you see that in children. Sometimes it's I'm not even referring to the adults so much, but children who don't know how to process yet, and they can't regulate their emotions. You see it all the time. And in Caribbean families, we say, we kind of have a tendency to say, this child don't have a behavior. Why is it all you can't control this child? But I mean, a lot of times it's so much deeper than that.
That's
so
the
much
explosive
deeper.
side.
I am so glad God
Of
made
the
me a
tantrums.
woman, because I am convinced, and I think I mentioned that before to you all, I'm convinced that if I was a man, my rage would have landed me
Different
locked up or the
won't let
opposite
me
of alive. Because that outburst point you just made, I just got some flashbacks of a couple outbursts that I've had in my adulthood, but I was much younger, in my 20s. They were bad.
Where else is it going to
talking
go?
about like
So you feel like it's improved
destroying
now, or still you
things
just
in the
kind of
house.
you kind of learn how to manage it now.
Girl, I've come a long way. A long way. But like I said, one parent, thank God it's my dad, because I don't know, I'm biased, but I do think being raised by a well-adjusted, well-rounded father can be a lot better than being raised by a mother, a single mom. I just feel
But
like
that is
that.
your experience.
That
So
is my
that is what you
experience.
would have
I
read.
read something online too that was also in favor of that, of same, that had that school of thought, but I can't remember exactly what it was. But I was like, yeah, this is true. I could relate to that. You know.
I mean, just to the point of, I don't know if it's better or worse or right. I don't think it's better or worse or right or wrong.
You'll always have things missing, eh?
Exactly.
Always.
But I think what was a benefit to you is that, and you hear it a lot, the importance of the father-daughter relationship and the mother-son relationship.
Yes, correct,
right?
Yes.
But at the same time, there needs to be a mother-daughter relationship, because how else are we going to learn to get along with women? And there needs to be a father-son relationship, because how else are we going to get along?
Can I say something?
Of course.
Just to address that point that you just made. I think as much as I have issues with that, with just my dad being around, etc., and not having that mother figure. Well, I did have a mother figure, my grandmother, but what I mean is I didn't have that actual
mom.
maternal mom around. I think that helped me in a way that I think it helped me in a way that I wouldn't have had those qualities if my mother was around. Because there are certain things that women learn inherently from their mothers. I'll give you one example. You see a beautiful girl sees you in the bathroom. What's the first thing that they do instinctively?
Oh my gosh!
Tell me. I'm not gorgeous. No.
Oh, sorry.
No.
That was gonna be my response too.
No. No.
I know how some women can be.
Most women.
Yeah.
You might be talking about like confident girls. That's fine. That is a thing. Me. That's you. I'm talking about women in general. What is the response to you?
I don't know.
I have not had.
I will tell you. Because I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. It's a size up. The silent size up. You get the down and the up look. You get the comparisons. You can see it flicker across their face. It's always there. I'm not asking. It's happened too many times. Not just to me, but I've observed it with other women and how they react to other women that they may or may not feel threatened by just because they find the woman attractive. Just based on that. I'm talking strangers. And I think that is something that is inherently learned by women from women. It's learned. It's a woman thing. The reason I brought it up now is I don't have it.
I trying to link it all
when
together.
I see a beautiful girl, what's the first thing I told you when we spoke, Kemba? What's the very first thing I said when we spoke on the phone?
Gorgeous. Oh, my voice.
Yes. Right?
My voice. My
Good.
voice, my
and
voice.
when I saw you?
Oh my God.
All right.
Which is why, but no,
how many women you know would outwardly, right, want and abandon without any kind of inhibitions as express that.
Lego my shirt color.
That is what I'm trying to tell you. So my point in saying all of that is there are some really good positives to me being raised by a man, because I did not learn certain negative behavior that women inherently learn from their mothers. I don't have that level of insecurity when it comes to other women.
But do you know where you're saying this and I was trying to process it. I was like, what she mean by that, dread? And it may not even be that intentional space, but people who are critiqued constantly.
I feel like I've been critiqued constantly throughout my life, but I don't.
People in your, like we're talking the close circles, not family, siblings, or whatever. So you would have had a healthy experience by the folks that would have raised you, right? Given that,
Yes,
for the
my dad and my grandma,
understanding what that was, they may not have been in the space as some other women or girls may have grown up, being critiqued about their size or how they look.
My dear, I had endless cousins, many girls, and I've seen all the struggles they've been through.
Exactly, and that's because where does that voice come from? And so tying it, almost linking it back to the whole low self-esteem thing. If my self-esteem is so low that I see a gorgeous girl in a bathroom and I can't even find it in me to be like, where's what, she real nice? Then that means that you don't appreciate what you have.
That is 80% of women.
Dog.
can neither confirm nor deny.
Okay.
What do you think, Lex?
That is 80%
Of course,
of women.
I know what she's speaking about, but for me to say that I've experienced it like a lot, I have not, honestly.
Practice
and
this.
I am
Sorry, next.
my Kemba would know my level of unbothered and laid back is phenomenal.
That might be it, you know.
I don't have time.
That might be.
So I just probably don't notice. Maybe that's part of it.
Yeah.
But I can't say that I've had that experience a lot.
There's an exercise that I always did throughout the years, and I still do it. Right to this day, since I was a teenager, since I started going out at like 16, 17. You go somewhere, you're in a space with another woman or woman, and they're like, they do
I
the
don't
once
have time for
over,
that.
the look over and stuff.
Nope.
And this is me. Oh my gosh, I love your hair. Just like what you said. I love this. I love that. Where did you get it? Da, 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 da. And they immediately go from uptight to oh, thank you.
I mean,
oh
that could
my
also be
God.
just real
and
fake
sometimes,
bakery.
yeah, no, but I wouldn't say it. One thing I wouldn't do, I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. But
Right.
if I,
not on your part, on their part.
right,
Yeah.
But if I especially sense the tension, and it's from somebody I don't know, from Adam,
Right.
I will compliment her just to disarm her a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, and see what the reaction would be. And every single time it's met with, oh my gosh, thank you, so really, da, 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 da. And immediately
You probably poured
They
so
relax.
deeply into their own cup of self-worth that is what disarms them. Because if we think in the whole low self-esteem bit, that's how they lash out. I feel like that's how the lash out could appear in adulthood.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's simple and it's easy to it's kind of like, yo, we know how to be at each other's necks. We don't even know
how to
each
be
other.
fighting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I do
And
that.
it immediately relaxes them.
It's interesting that you say that now, and I used to be like that in the early spaces and places. I'd be like, oh my God, da, 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 da. And then because of what I'd been met with, I was like, well, maybe I'm doing something wrong, and so I stopped doing it.
Really?
Yeah, man. When we talk about like who I'm becoming once more, this is the closest to my most authentic, I'll say, adolescent self.
Right.
And that's really your personality is formed by the time about 10 or 11, and then that's who you are. I am that person. I'm like, oh my gosh, I love your bag, I love your hair, I love your shoes, da, 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 da. And I stopped doing all of that. Now though, I'm the first person like, let me tell you something. Yes.
Right.
And it's not to disarm them, because I don't care anymore. I really don't care. I know I'm nice.
Yeah. I do it.
I know.
I do it for whatever reason I do it for in the moment. I would do it.
Right.
I would do it if I'm getting a vibe from you. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, this is not needed. I'm gonna compliment you, honey.
If I get
And,
a vibe,
you know.
press.
And then other
I go
times
trust.
it's more genuine because there are girls I would watch. I love seeing girls with natural hair these
Yeah.
days, and I'd be like, if it's really looking good, I'd be like, nice hair, moist. What are you using?
Yeah.
And then it'll be like, I use this, I use that. Yeah, let me take some tips. I would try that. I
Yeah.
like that.
Of course.
Keep it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
I feel like a kind word can really dispel any negative vibes that
go
you
a
get
long
from
way.
a random stranger, especially among women, because you hardly find guys doing that ish just off the cuff like that. They need to
Nah.
do you something first, you know.
Nah.
So yeah,
Anybody do me that, I work
good
in them
point.
What you mean?
Good point. That was your point, Cam.
Yes.
Yeah, the low self-esteem and sort of leaning into the whole quick to anger. On the other side of the quick to anger, I think just wanted to mention is the implosion. So you talked about that you would have been explosive.
Girl.
The way that you
Some of the
felt things.
tantrums.
Anger was always the easiest
Right.
emotion for me.
For me, it was I imploded. So I absorbed everything, and it just stayed.
So you had emotional breakdowns.
No, I had nothing.
So what did you do when all of that came to a hilt?
Nothing. Shut down.
Girl.
Numb. Yeah, the exact opposite of explosion, implosion. Nothing. But you know how it showed up?
Equally as dangerous.
Do you know how it showed up?
How?
Sick.
Oh yes,
Chronically.
you did mention that.
Chronic pain. Chronic aches that could not be described.
All of
Will
the stress
always manifest
being
in your body.
manifested.
It does. To this day, I mean, and
See that
in
energy
the-
that's so true, but what they say about energy,
Your
it can
body-
be created
your-
or destroyed,
yeah.
it'll always be
Yeah,
transferred.
your body does keep score, I believe, not to I haven't read the book, so I can't talk about what's in the book, but I do believe, based on things that I myself have been through, chronic illness, things that they just cannot find is wrong. Well, it's not this, it's chronic illness because my mind was not right.
Yeah.
And as I've come out of it and as I've healed, even if I were to get injured or even if I were to experience something, it doesn't linger. So I get the flu and I bounce back.
Right.
Or something happens and I bounce back. And I'm convinced it's because on a cellular and energetic level, I am healthier than I've been in a very long time.
To handle it.
Exactly. Chronic illness.
So maybe it's just an outlet that it needs to come out. So it comes out in that chronic illness and it only lasts that 2 days and then
it has to because my processing time for the emotions and the things that I feel, I don't dwell.
Yeah. You cut that down.
Interesting.
I have the tools to be able and it's in the bounce back, you know.
Yeah.
That explosion, you get it out your system, and then you bounce back and you're good. Or you implode, but because you're imploding, it has nowhere to go.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
Gotcha.
That's it, die done.
But in terms of what you talk about there, into learning yourself and growth, and it does lend itself to not being able to have grace for yourself. Give yourself a break. Understand that it's okay to have your weak moments, and the Chris.
A lot of mercy.
And it definitely it ties in with that childhood neglect and you not being able to just give it, because maybe people didn't give you a break,
right?
You know, and they didn't give you that space to just sometimes de-stress. And
so something that I neglected to sort of mention a little bit earlier, but I think it's the right moment, and then I guess you can kind of continue expanding on it. Childhood neglect looks like the demeaning of feelings, purposefully ignoring a child. You might get vexed and just fling you away, and you get a silent treatment, or you break something and they don't know how to process, and you feel the tension from being purposefully ignored, being invalidated, or being unavailable or absent. And whether it's in a physical nature or physical sense or an emotional sense, being unavailable is considered childhood neglect. Socially isolating from peers or loved ones. So again, whether it's an intentional, you're not going by so-and-so, or an unintentional, this is the only way that I think I can discipline you. So I'm going to take away your ability to hang out with your friends. I'm going to take away your ability to connect with other people. Is considered childhood neglect. Refusing to offer affection. How many times your parents might get mad at you? And you go for naturally as a child, it's instinctual. You want to go to your caregiver, and they brush you away.
Can I add something? Can I chime in there?
Yes, you can.
Because everything that Kemba is saying is hitting home.
Yeah.
But in a different, I come from one of those families, like Kemba is talking about the typical family, mom, dad, children, that kind of thing. But I come from that whole big extended family growing up, right? And my one parent that I had that was really supposed to be checking for my needs first, I should have been the priority. I wasn't in most cases because he was also a parent for many a cousin. And because he was considered the most responsible adult out of all my grandmother's children, the onus was on him a lot from an early age right up to now. Even now, it's only now because he's putting things in place and setting boundaries for himself. You know what I mean? But and this is my parents I'm talking about. And I would say that everything Kemba said, the feelings of neglect or isolation from other, because it was such a big complement of people that I often felt unseen or unheard. Absolutely. Even from the one parent that's supposed to be, because he's so busy taking care of everybody else's problems and financially helping out other people. And so that one. And two, the not being seen generally, but when I am seen, it is it wasn't for bad things, but I was considered the odd one out. Because I was interested in things that the rest of the cousins and everybody weren't interested in. I was a different thinker. Even from an early age, I would get things like, why she's the one the unruly, rebellious, different, crazy. Because I always used to say, why? Ask why.
Yeah.
Do this, do that. And they would do it like robots and I'd be like, no, why? Right up until, again, we grew up in church and all of that. My grandmother, you must go to church. And I did what I had to do, but I hated it. And I approached my grandmother and I said, you see, when I turn 18, you're not making me go to church. I will not be going to church. Because of that whole experience, and I wouldn't get into that whole church thing, but church hurt is what I call it. But, right? But I didn't go to church from 18 right up until 2 years ago, you know.
Right.
I only started going back to church during the pandemic, you know.
But you went on your own will.
Yeah.
And you went because you wanted to.
And I went to I went to a space that I felt comfortable in.
Of course.
You know?
No,
hated the church I was forced to go to, you know.
Yeah. So when I think about the way that it showed that it could be done, you know, in childhood, I know I was just pelting. Sorry, I was just one
big stone,
real big stone, one after the next. But it's a shared experience. Lex, how does that show up with the not being able to give yourself grace? Because you started talking about it, and then we went, and I want to come back to it as well.
One of the things, so I don't know if you mentioned it in the list that you just had there, big stones. Silent treatment from your parents.
That was a purposeful ignoring, but silent treatment. Talked it.
So it becomes like a weapon. You learn it as a child because that's how you were treated, and then that's how you in turn treat with adults throughout childhood. So throughout adulthood, sorry. And again, we're going back to the lack of grace for self, because you're in a space where you cannot process, because you're not allowed the space to process. It just goes down the line and manifests in your day-to-day life. You cannot give yourself a break. There is no break. There is no break from work. There is no break from the daily runnings of life. There's no break to just allow yourself to feel. So you just become kind of robotic,
autopilot
in a way,
because you can't access what's happening beneath the surface because you never learned how to access what's happening.
And it's almost as if you feel like if you do, things will just fall apart.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm falling apart. It's the worst thing in the world. So guys, so you just wanna keep adding things on to not slow down, to fall apart.
Stay busy.
Chris, I think that you're gonna say something.
Yes. So what we like to do, okay, it's obvious our guest is here and we're waiting for their segment to come up. However, when we see the guest engrossed in the conversation, we might bring them in. Put that camera on our girl now. We're doing it before. We've been a little premature here. We have Vanessa Briggs in the house. We will do your segment after. But what do you have to say about this childhood neglect showing up in adulthood?
Oh man, listen. For each perspective, it hit home for me because there is some degree of relatability. You know what I mean? And even in terms of passive aggression, what you learn in childhood. Clearly, listen, it does show itself.
We're all adult children walking around.
Definitely. And I think depending on the era you're from as well, there are categories to the behavior that you see now, you know. Right. So I guess millennials or the Gen Zs respond differently because it's a heightened version of liberation and they want to be freer to express. And sometimes it can be a little bit too extreme, right? So I think across the board, there's just a lack of balance. But for me, I know there were things that I experienced that hit home. That's why I did this just like, oh, damn, stop it. You know, because you just don't realize until you hear it and you hear a new perspective. You know, it's the same issue, but at the heart of it is really just hurt or you know, just experiences that have molded you positively or negatively. The beautiful thing about that though is that we're so self-aware now that we can try to undo and then we're growing, you know. So I feel like when I heard you talk about the version of yourself that you are now, I feel like we all grow. We all learn. And there is still an even better version of ourselves to come because more information is coming, more interaction, more conversations like these are happening. And so I think it's a powerful era to be in. I think even the eras to come will be even more powerful because new information and more information, but balance I think would always be key.
Constantly.
And that is something that I think it's probably an elusive goal because we fight in every day to just, strike a balance. But and even your perspective that, sometimes you just feel like you don't even have a room to stop and breathe and live. But again, conversations like these and spaces like these to me are so enlightening, and it reminds us to just be human. You don't have to go wild, but you could just be human. You feel, so definitely. Said too much, but
no, not at all. We love it. Well said.
I'm gonna jump in the chat real quick. Time for everything, and I think we have room for one more after that, right? So Candy was saying 80 in connection, I think, with your comment, Chris, about 80% of women, would have that whole size up piece. And then she comes back, she can relate to anger. Over the years, I learned how to turn my anger into sadness. Oh, child, where I am a little more open to being vulnerable or real about what is hitting me. Because anger is the tip of the iceberg. She got it. She understands what it is. She goes on to say, one of the reasons I've grown to love Island Girl Talk is seeing you three never talk over each other.
Oh, Candy with the observations.
In my childhood,
Thank you.
In my childhood, I felt overlooked. So to see the way you three communicate and listen is refreshing to witness.
We love to hear it. Cry to us. Candy, you better stop it.
Wow.
Oh my
Thank
gosh.
you so much. Thank you. And then Fire Wolfman comes in. Campbell, what you're experiencing refers to the wear and tear on the body that life events and environmental stressors create, known as allostatic load. When allostatic overload occurs, it can show a sickness.
Thank you.
Wow, love learning things from our listening audience. Thank you, Fire Wolfman.
Hey, Mario.
Yes,
I may have
good
missed.
evening. Yes.
Earlier, higher up. I'm so sorry. Yes,
No
good
problem.
evening to you, Mario. Good call, Licks. All right, one last call.
You sure just one? Let me do maybe just two more? Maybe?
I feel like because of what I have a gut feeling that our guest is going to guest.
All right, let's see. I have one.
Do one more, yeah.
And this one screamed at me because
Louder than all the others.
I don't think anybody did it. Persistent feelings of emptiness.
No, we don't do that.
No.
And that's a deep, sometimes dark one, because I think this can occur when, like I said, one parent is just not there. They're just absent. And for many reasons, and reasonable reasons, one of my parents was not there. But I still to this day feel the absence of that. And I think that it has shaped quite a lot of my life decisions, because I just feel like, do you have the bandwidth to do certain things? Like many people, like, when are you gonna have a kid, or when are you gonna get married, or when are you gonna this and that? And it's not that I have an aversion to these things, but it's just like I am not what is the word? I'm not moved to pursue these things avidly or actively. If it happens, it happens, and that's great. I love that for me, but at the same time, I'm not gonna be in shambles again. I love that word. If it doesn't happen, and I think it's because when you have abandonment issues from a parent that just was not there, and it's okay if they weren't there in the beginning, but I feel like as parents grow and learn, because my parents had me pretty young, as they grow, you would expect a different type of behavior, or behavior that is meant to make amends for past actions, and still you're not getting that. You start to feel like, what's this about? And then you're so scared of repeated patterns in yourself,
right?
That and I'm okay to talk about this now. Like with those abandonment issues, I do feel that emptiness, and when I hear people talk about their mothers, I literally cannot relate. So it's just like, must be nice, you know what I mean? But at the same time, pushing people away, even though there's that empty feeling. I'm going to tie it in with that other point, pushing people away because you're just not sure how to let people in because you're so used to being abandoned by people, because that's the initial feeling you're abandoned by the person that's supposed to be your number one caretaker.
Right. It runs deep.
It runs pretty deep.
It runs deep.
Can't believe I'm able to talk about this crap without either getting
so
angry
courageous.
or immensely sad.
That is no, and everything
Therapy
that you've
boy.
said, amen, sis, amen.
Son.
Everything that you've said makes all the sense in the world, as well. And I guess in my own journey with some of the similar things, and it's funny that you say that, because, and this is not to crap on my caregivers, and it's not to compare which is worse, but a lot of us experience having both parents physically there but one parent not emotionally there.
Yes.
Gosh, boy.
For valid reasons. You're working, you're providing. It's only when you're rich, and you old people used to say, it's only when you're rich you go understand. And then you really do understand. It's like, oh, now I understand why they came home and spoke to nobody, or they were gone all the time because they're doing everything possible to make ends meet, And those reasons are valid, but the impact is still felt.
It's still very real.
And in my own journey of growth and healing and undoing to become, that feeling of emptiness, you don't fill it with something else.
No, you don't.
You have to
sit with it and face it and deal with it and heal.
Sort of almost say like, this will always be an empty space for this, but I can make something new.
Yeah. Correct.
With what I know about myself. So
yes.
It's like,
well said.
Yeah, I can't make this parent do what they don't acknowledge or cannot acknowledge for themselves. I can't make them apologize. I can't make them recognize the pain that they've caused. They have to come into that on their own. Am I going to just live with this space all my life?
Now, mind you, I got the apology, yeah?
Right.
I got
for
it.
you.
But,
and that's
like
great.
Nicole said last week, it is the changed behavior is what validates the apology.
In my head, you said apology, and I was like, it's all of those things.
It is and the changed behavior, and that is what was missing. I got the apology.
No, then that's not
an
apology.
But not changed behavior. You know what I mean?
That's not an apology. Those are words.
So to kind of tie everything in now, because
little book.
We're talking about healing now. The healing from the childhood neglect and how we could be better adults. And I would just touch briefly on the 3 healing processes that stuck out to me.
Take it away.
And that would have been for you to build emotional intelligence. We were talking about that earlier in terms of the things that we would talk about on Island Girl Talk. Helping persons build emotional intelligence. Just gathering information and seeing how it applies to you, and really sitting with yourself and owning what may be bothering you, how it may have shown up in your day-to-day lives, and seeing how you can make the changes. Right?
That's one.
That's one. The other one, support. Talk about the tribe. Right? We spoke about that tribe, and it's important for you to have support. Support sometimes does not show up as family and friends. We talked about therapy. That is support. Having somebody to guide you through it. If it's one person, it's 2, it's still support. And the third and final one for me was to heal your inner child.
Yeah.
Just as Kemba was talking about, that space will always be there, but there are things that you can do to heal that damage, that trauma, that hurt.
There's I've mentioned it before and I'll mention it again. Look out for it on my socials. I am going to post it. I think it's super important. It's called the Original Pain Therapy Workshop. Listen, when you go into that with an open mind and an open heart, it is life changing, and the workshop is facilitated. There's a small group, a core group of people that are certified to be able to facilitate that course. Let me tell you something. What I've experienced for myself, you good, you real good. And then all of a sudden, you are sobbing. I have seen grown men sit in that workshop with me, and their wife might have dragged them because it's part of their therapy. I don't know. Or maybe they came on their own, or maybe they're just like, well, I'm doing it because. And I have seen grown men fall apart because you have to fall apart to build it back up. You can't build on a shaky foundation. You can't. And what that healing the inner child does, it gives you.
It could just be dilapidated.
Well, true. And then what kind of life is that?
Not a dilapidated life.
Right.
You don't want that.
And so what that course does, it takes you through the different developmental stages of your childhood. It's this big work, like this is heavy work. This is not for the faint of heart at all.
Indeed. I want to check it out.
Yeah, I'll post it on my socials, @cambojo_talks. And if you missed this one, then of course you could stay tuned for the next one. I'll make a better effort of posting anyway. And so you get an idea of where some of your core wounds are. But more than that, you get the tools to be able to not fill the emptiness, but you get tools to be able to move on through the emptiness. Life changing. And all of the things that we talk about always comes back down to this. It is your childhood experience that shapes the experience that you have in life. Whatever that is, good, bad, ugly, indifferent, whatever. So, Licks, awesome points. You want to just recap the points themselves again?
I feel like I want to add one more thing in terms of healing, because I think many of us could benefit, and you hear it all the time, but I'm gonna say it again. Practice self-compassion. Practice self-compassion. Try not to be so hard on yourself. The looking on social media and comparing yourself to others. Realize that you are enough. You know what I mean? And some days you might feel like Superman or Superwoman, and other days you might feel like you just want to curl up, in a fetal position and cry all day.
And that's okay.
I've been there, so, and that's okay. Please know that wherever you are is exactly where you're meant to be. And if you really can't stand where you are, you do have the power to change it. Go a little easy on yourself. Please.
Yeah, so that is build emotional intelligence, have your support, heal your inner child, and practice self-compassion.
Amen. I feel
work in progress.
I feel like that's a nice one,
That is it.
How you feel?
That is it.
Is it truth?
Is it true?
Is
it true?
Is that it?
I think so.
I feel like it is.
All right, guys. We loved hearing from you. We always love hearing from you and how you chime in on every topic. Of course, we have a limited amount of time, so we can't always delve too deeply into every topic. That's the only thing I don't like, that we can't really get into the nitty gritty. But again, this show is about spreading awareness and making you more aware of the, and trying to help and giving you the tools to, be a better version of you.
That's what we ask.
That's what we're doing for us too.
Growth is what we're about.
Yeah, and let me just reiterate, we're not here to preach to people. We're not in a position, trust and believe. This is not us preaching or showing people we don't have our shit together all together. But this is as healing for us as it might be for any of you all out there. So this is our purpose, this is what we're about, and this is the goal of Island Girl Talk.
Absolutely.
And with that, we wrap our topic of the day.
Chris, if I may, because I realize
and you may
time fairy things, right? I want to try something a little bit different because I know that we have our due diligence. So of course, we are getting ready. Vanessa has graced us with her presence, and we're so excited to do Spotlight and to do our favorite segment, Sip and Spill, and everything else. But we want to make sure that, of course, we take care of what is needed. So
due diligence.
DJs out there, get ready as KFC presents our DJ battle. O.U.R Radio is looking for the hottest young DJs and announcers to become part of our patriotic lineup and represent Trinidad and Tobago music the right way. Do you have what it takes to impress our celebrity judges and entertain the fans live on air? Then now is your chance to win brand new DJ equipment, vouchers, and a 1-year contract with OURradio.fm to fill our coveted Friday night slot. Register today by sending a 15-minute demo mix to DJ Battle at OURradio.fm. Contestants must be 18 years and over, and the deadline for submissions is Friday, September the 1st. One more time, deadline for submissions, it's Friday, September the 1st. Contact us and keep it locked to our Instagram page at OURradio.fm for all contest details. So submit your demos now and get ready to win our DJ battle. This event is brought to you by KFC, Streamline Systems, and O.U.R Radio Limited.
Fantastic. Guys, keep it locked right here to Island Girl Talk. We will be right back with more show, Island Girl Spotlight with the lovely Kemba Joe and our guest Vanessa Briggs. We'll be right back.
lie together, call it serendipity. I love your body, face and personality. I got you on my mind, but invisibility. And if I had one wish, I wish you'd be with me.
I don't want conversation, I want experience. I might just keep you waiting, don't get too serious. Let it out on the dance floor, baby, make me want it. Serve it up now, last call, think we're running something. Ooh, it's spicy, yes, it's hot, you like that, yeah.
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
Get ready as our radio.fm presents our DJ Battle.
Every girl pull up on a DJ spot. Every girl wanna know a DJ.
Our radio is looking for the hottest young DJs and announcers to become part of our patriotic lineup and represent Trinidad and Tobago music the right way. Do you have what it takes to impress our celebrity judges and entertain the fans live on air? Then now is your chance to win brand new DJ equipment, vouchers, and a 1-year contract with our radio.fm to fill our coveted Friday night slot. Register today by sending a 15-minute demo mix to DJ Battle at ourradio.fm. That's DJ Battle at ourradio.fm. Contestants must be 18 years and over. Deadline for submissions is Friday, September 1st. Contact and keep it locked to our Instagram page at ourradio.fm for all contest details. So submit your demos now and get ready to win our DJ Battle. Brought to you by KFC, Streamline Systems, and O.U.R Radio Limited.
A subsidiary of Eastern Credit Union Cooperative Society Limited, EPL Properties Limited has been a steadfast presence since 2002, anchoring EPL's triumphs of 5 vibrant revenue-generating business units. EPL Events, nestled along the Eastern Main Road St. Joseph La Jolla complex, boasts enchanting venues, from the grand Eric Williams Auditorium to the versatile Ed Garcia Gymnasium and Poolside, and the intimate courtyard and garden gazebo. EPL Properties Facility Management Unit ensures smooth operations for medium to large businesses, custodial care, construction and projects. Behold the gems at La Jolla. Exquisite executive suites like the Opal, Aquaterra, Turquoise and Sapphire. Discover our sporting complex, a sanctuary for health and fitness enthusiasts. Embrace activities from weightlifting to swimming. EPL Properties Limited, enhancing people's lives.
Welcome back to Island Girl Talk. It's your Island Girls. I'm Kemba Joe.
I am Lick.
I'm Crystal Kane.
So, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, we smooth like butter.
I know.
Yeah.
Trying to stop cheesing.
Like butter, right? So, of course, I have been gifted this next moment, and it's our absolute and immense pleasure to get things going. And with that, we commence our spotlight segment. All right. So joining us this evening is, again, walk through the door and I was like, ooh, Grace.
I was not about to say,
right?
Everybody just be so
sealed across, right? And it's a wonderful
regal
thing. Very, very regal. We are joined by Vanessa Briggs, right? I'm not going to say too much, right? But she definitely has a couple things under her belt, such as being a Digicel Rising Star judge and mentor. Hi. She is, of course, a singer-songwriter, and she also offers vocal coaching. And that's just some of the amazing things. So, Vanessa, welcome. welcome.
Hey, thank you so much.
So wonderful to have you with us this evening. Thanks again for just putting that time aside and coming on to Island Girl Talk and for chipping in, with the conversation. When you came in, I was like, I wonder if, and I was like, yes. So thanks for that. That was amazing. But of course, we want to know who's Vanessa Briggs. Tell us about your journey. Talk to us a little bit about how you came to be in the space that you're in.
Right. So first of all, thanks for having me. It's an absolute pleasure. Let me tell you, I'm just walking in heavy but wholesome content.
Yeah.
But definitely
Thank you.
worth listening to. So Vanessa Briggs is really just a very simple, girl, person, woman, whatever you want to call it. I'll take girl. I like the sound of it.
I like that.
Yeah, the point is, I'm a parent of an 18-year-old upper six student, yes,
Right.
who intends to be a footballer. So we're aiming for that scholarship, all that jazz. But deviating from what I do, it's very different in that I am, of course, a vocal coach, a singer. I'm an artist. But I started vocal training pretty young. I think they sent me to vocal training school because my mother had passed away. And I was pretty young, and so they felt I was really, really quiet. Didn't talk a whole lot. And so they sent me to vocal training school because they felt like it would have been a good vortex for me to express myself. But I wasn't a very confident girl. I think most of us might have had that story. Not all, but most persons, especially depending on the environment you grew up in. But I realized later on, the more I sang, is the better I felt, or the more music I listened to, is the better I felt. So of course, the typical story, I grew up in church, and my choir directors who sent me to vocal training school, but I remember not even talking for like 2 weeks when my mother passed away. But I listened to music, didn't speak to anybody, but then I went to vocal training school, etc., etc. And I think it was a whole new world for me. I realized, oh my God, there are people here doing this thing and doing it well. And so I began to study it. I began to train like really, really hard for hours. I would sit in a room and just work on my skill set. And I remember crying at times because I couldn't get a riff. A riff, dog.
I can relate. I can relate.
Man, I felt so frustrated and so defeated. But then people started asking me to assist their group, so assist artists and stuff. And fast forward to a couple of years later, I met one of at school I met this guy who was doing music and stuff, and so he told me, hey, you know what, you could all sing, let's try this. And I did this song that people thought an African singer did, and then they started playing it in a couple of countries and stuff. But the thing is, I couldn't really perform the song I was doing right. It was a dance hall, but I loved it. And so yeah, from there within the gospel community rather, I think it got some attention, and I started doing music from there. But I just became pretty good at it. But more than performances and performing, I realized that my joy really came from teaching it and getting the result. Let me tell you, I hit the roof. I'm over the top excited when I have to share some of what I've learned, and I enjoy especially tailoring the sessions because each artist, each singer is different. And from there, the clientele grew, the exposure grew. Then when I went to the UK and I did a play based on my album, My Life, at the Broadway Theatre, that did pretty well. And so we came back to Trinidad, and so it just kind of raised my credibility a bit. But like I said, the passion for teaching still remained, even though I was an artist. And then artists began to come, and that for me was a pretty humbling experience because I'm looking at them, I was listening to them and thinking, oh my God, they're so amazing. But I tell them, I'm very honest about that though. If I think you're great, then I tell you, right? But pretty much I started looking into opening an actual school, and so I ended up with 2 locations. I'll be opening the 3rd in Sangre Grande next week. Yeah. Sorry, when is September? Next week?
Yes.
Next week. Right. So that's next week. I can't believe it, right?
Yeah.
So we'll be opening our 3rd branch there, but I started doing workshops in the US, in the UK, in Grenada, assisting artists and assisting upcoming artists, aspiring artists, to just do better at their craft, understanding the science of the voice, which is what I guess by extension, just assisted them in their confidence level as a singer, you know what I mean? So they know that they're good, but it's fantastic knowing that you're even better when you know exactly what you need to do, how you're going to do it. So
and then take care of that
definitely,
piece of it.
Yeah,
right.
so
amazing things. Okay, so before we talk about the Vanessa Briggs Vocademy, see what I did there? I love that. I love the name.
Brilliant.
I love the name.
Brilliant.
What you did there. See what you did there. We're going to talk about that in a bit. But I'm so curious. So you being a vocal coach, and of course having a huge anchoring in the gospel space, do you work with non-gospel
definitely
artists or up and coming performers?
Definitely.
I like that.
Definitely.
I like that.
Because at the end of the day, they're very gifted. We are all gifted. So I do, like in my mind, there isn't a category per se. You're a gifted singer, you're a gifted musician. So
absolutely.
Yeah, you teach these skill sets. So from voice, Nyla, Crystal Kane, people like yeah. So we have like so even some of the popular gospel artists, Positive, Jazzy,
big up Positive,
Kemba Sozano at some point. So quite a few of them, Ricky Jai,
amazing,
Renzo,
nice.
Cyrilia, just a few. That's
right.
quite
Richie
remember
Sabga.
right now. Richie Sabga, so there are quite a few exceptionally talented artists. So I've had the privilege to work with. So
amazing.
I feel, definitely.
Okay,
so
I have a quick question, Kemba.
Sure.
What does a typical vocal class look like to you? Because I know you do in-person classes as well as online classes. So a lot of things would have changed since I was doing with you. What does it look like nowadays?
You know what? For first time sessions, it looks much different than an artist like yourself who's seasoned, right? So we have online sessions where, of course, they play the audio from on their end, and of course, we get to hear. As long as your reception is or your internet service is fantastic, then we're good to go. But mostly, the on-site session would be pretty much mic performance, understanding the science of the voice, like I said, projection, cardio, because I enjoy doing cardio with artists where you're jumping and moving, so that you understand how to control your voice and not sound winded. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
We have groups. We have group sessions, individual sessions, double sessions, classes for children, teens, adults. So it depends on what the need is. Because like I said, everybody's session wouldn't be the same. So the online sessions, pretty much, if we don't do large groups on online sessions, especially if they have to sing simultaneously. But if it's theory, then that's pretty easy.
Super
so you just
easy.
share your screen, and then you give actual examples and practical. So that's what it looks like.
Good call, Chris, because I was going to step into the Vocademy space, and you kind of covered everything. So your classes obviously would be for anyone. Anyone looking to expand their vocal range.
Just an artist.
And can I just add, she is exceptional at what she does. Fantastic. Because I wouldn't call the person, but there was someone who I had recommended to Vanessa. Not good at all. Not good at all. I would say that. Not good at all. At all.
Not good?
1 month. You remember who that is? 1 month with Vanessa. And this person singing, and it may not have been like Whitney Houston or Luther Vandross or whatever. I don't want to give away the gender, but leaps and bounds,
which is
ahead of where they were in
that
just a month.
Fantastic.
She really is good at what she does.
Absolutely. So of course you can be part of it via in person or online sessions, which is great because technology, the pandemic, and then your global reach. You talked about having clients all over the world and workshops
Italy,
as well. That's amazing.
Italy.
We have clients in the US, Canada, Italy. There are 2 in Sweden, a few in Africa. So because, of course, the virtual space makes it so much easier to access the information. And then we have a few of them from the Caribbean countries. They would come in if they want to do just like a week of intensive trainings. They'd come and they'd do like maybe 5 days or 6 days and then head back. So or we go to them. So
that's interesting. So when they come in, what does the Vocademy provide, like accommodation and that kind of thing?
It's all on them.
Amazing.
They sort themselves out. But what we do, but I try to do, sometimes I might meet 1 or 2 of them at the airport if they require my assistance, or if they're coming straight to session, I might give them a lift where they need to. But it's just enjoying being in this space with them after seeing them virtually, you know what I mean? So but they take care of their accommodation and
stuff. That is lovely, Vanessa.
Thank you.
Wonderful. My goodness. Okay, so I feel like that's a beautiful shift into the next bit. You've touched on it, and this is one of the things that we are always very coy about and shy about.
Oh God.
But humility enough. I won't say humility nothing, humility enough. Your accomplishments. So performing in the UK, setting roots in a sense, and really, as you said, building your credibility in the UK, one of your accomplishments. You received the TTCME's Award for Gospel Song of the Year. Hello, good day. And you were nominated for Female Artist of the Year. Hi, congrats.
I was pleased, surprised, but pleased, because it wasn't something I actively went after, but I was, I mean, it's always a welcomed achievement when your talent is recognized, because it is hard being an artist.
It
is hard. It's a roller coaster, pretty much. You have days where it's fantastic, or seasons where it's amazing, and then there are seasons that you have to really work hard at it, and then there are seasons when you do nothing.
Yes.
You just have to refuel and rebrand and just reinvent the wheel, and then you go again. So it's really a challenging space. So even if it's just one accomplishment, I feel grateful that it happened. So yeah, that's something I was pretty proud of.
Amazing. So what would you say, and it doesn't have to be in line with any of what I just mentioned, but thinking of your journey in the Vocademy space. Sorry, I missed the part. I don't think I asked it. How long has Vocademy been around?
13 years.
Wow.
I think. Maybe, yeah, about 13
amazing.
years, yeah.
Great. 13 years. Gotcha. Hot minute.
What I'm doing right now is looking at her while she's speaking. I'm trying to guess what her age is, because it's not the maths, not mathsing.
A lady never tells.
Listen. Upper six, but then again,
well, yes, but then you're talking about Vocademy around for 13 years.
We could kind of start early too. Let's just keep it right there. We started
So when you reflect on the journey that you've had, Vocademy, the accomplishments, a judge on Digital Rising Star, do you have a favorite one? What is it?
Ooh, what is my favorite? What is my I think it would be the Vocademy for sure. Yeah, definitely, because inspiring others is a priceless gift, and I don't take it lightly at all. Or when you have students who you see 5 years later and they tell you, hey, I've been doing this and it's worked, and that is to me fulfilling. So for sure,
I still use your vocal exercises. I still warm up to your vocal exercises before a gig and that kind of thing. For real though. I still want that the one with the manner. I lost it. No worries. But yes, it works.
That's wonderful, because I guess the accomplishment comes from you setting this. It's your baby.
Yeah,
Vocademy is your baby. So 2 locations. The new one is opening in San Fernando. Where's the Sangre Grande? Sorry, San. I just said San and I ran with it. Where are your other locations?
Trincity. So Trincity, San Fernando, and now Sangre Grande.
So far. I'm minding your business now. Yeah, so what happened to the one on the Eastern Main Road?
See, the pandemic.
And pandemic.
Yeah, definitely. I had, what though, at the end of 2019, I decided to pursue like home ownership, etc. And so I had to just rework the figures, right, and make it make sense. So in 2019, I decided to consolidate everything, and so we moved to Trincity. But then the pandemic happened, and the transition though into the online space and that platform, it took a minute to regain balance. I was like, what the mugga juice gonna happen now?
Mugga juice.
I like that.
I was like, oh crap. And so for the first 3 weeks though, when we were, not able to go outside, I was in awe and I completely enjoyed not doing anything. I was like, what is this new feeling? It is rest.
Well, look at that.
And work every weekend, and because I was
doing
doing 7 days per week. I was doing 7 days per week, and it was a lot, But during that period, I think I began to just rework what the business looked like and stuff. And so, yeah, the pandemic happened, and so we gave the space up because it didn't make sense keeping the business space, because nobody was out there. So, yeah, now we are back on site, but we're in Trinity. So we use the SBCS building now.
Oh, okay.
Which is pretty easy for clients to access,
Absolutely.
So that's where we are. And in San Fernando, we use the SBCS location in San Fernando as well.
That's by South Park.
South Park,
yes.
yes.
Nice. Fantastic. All right, couple more and then time for everything, right? Because we want to be sure that we could really enjoy the space and time with you. So coming up, right? It seems, let me check my notes, right? That you've got some new work going on. Tell us about the new work.
Yes, I've been working on my EP. Well, let me be honest. I've been working on it for a few years now, like 2 years. Like say 2 years, because you know what that looks like. 2 plus some months.
Okay,
right?
that's not bad.
So I'm trying to just get that out. So there are a couple more songs that I need to complete, and then I'm going to plan for the release, basically.
Right. So this is happening through the production house Fisherman Project, and that was the same production house that released your latest single, Everything.
Yes,
what is Everything about? Is it about everything?
No. Well, it's about God being everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what it is pretty much. Because, you have extreme highs and then you have extreme lows and then you have your core, your circle, who you can depend on. But sometimes that doesn't always pan out the way you want it, because humans are humans,
Correct, yes.
And so you have no choice sometimes but to just say, okay, you and I alone here. Oh my God, okay. And so that is what everything is about. It's really about God being, well, to me, a source of strength and hope when it feels hopeless, or the source of joy. And so you just kind of remind yourself that He is everything. So that is what everything
now,
is
Kems,
about.
no time for everything.
Hold on.
But we had to give everything a little listen. New release and everything.
Oh yes, of course.
Right?
Everything local. Sure. No.
So let's
we can go bust the bank.
Yes, let's introduce her stuff.
All right, so we have it ready and queued up to play.
Yeah, man.
All right,
Long
so
time.
we're gonna ask you to give a little intro to this one, so that our listeners out there far and wide, and those who come back to watch after the live is done, can get a taste of it.
Feel free to sing a little something too, back in.
So to all our listeners, thanks for tuning in. I'd like to introduce to you something that might be a little bit old to some or familiar, but it's new to this platform. The name of the song is Everything, written by Daniel Hamilton.
Amazing.
Enjoy.
Yay.
I am still thankful. I haven't forgotten what you've done. You're still the reason I've made it this far. When I needed strength, there was you. And when I needed hope, there was
Her voice always invokes emotion.
Yeah, no, it's rich.
It's angelic. It's ethereal.
It is. But it's also so rich. Like there's this tone to it too. It's not just light and oh my
yes.
full. That's what it is. It's just full body. I have a question though.
Go ahead.
It's a very easy question, so it shouldn't be hard. What if you had to choose one person? Who is your musical influence, voice
great question.
wise? So many.
All right, well, give us a couple. I'd
go with Naomi Rain because I think she's spectacular. I enjoy Chrisette Michelle.
Oh, thank you. Okay, yes. I hear it. I hear it too.
I
hear that, yes. I can say I hear that.
Yeah, I love how emotive she is.
Yes.
As well.
Yeah, of course.
For sure, those two. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Very nice.
All right. So, of course, ladies, gents, people far and wide, I want to let you know that, of course, Vanessa is also available for performances at concerts, weddings, funerals, private birthday celebrations, graduations, anything you name it. You need a voice, she's there. So, Vanessa, let our listeners know, where can we find you, girl? Because I am ready.
To get married? Just get it. Okay.
Where is he? Are you sending him for me, child? Why are you telling me that? Anyway, where can we find you?
Find me on Instagram, Facebook, and of course on YouTube, and of course most of these streaming platforms that are available. So you can find me on Instagram at Vanessa Briggs Music, and of course on Facebook, Vanessa Briggs, and then of course on YouTube channel. That's basically it, Vanessa Briggs. And you're good to go. Spotify, etc.
Vanessa, I need to hear that voice, you know.
I love it.
I need to hear that voice. You know, I like to put people on the spot.
Vanessa's like,
yeah.
We could do that in sip and spell. I feel we could do that in sip and spell. I feel so. I just wanted to jump in the chat real quick. We had Candy Morgan just sort of saying amen. She agreed with all that we said. More love in the house. Vanessa Briggs, she coached Echo. Much respect.
Yes.
Landel Valdez, wonderful to have you, Landel, as always. Good evening to the ladies of Island Girl Talk. Hope your week was a blast and keep up the good work.
Thank
Michelle
you,
Patterson jumped in. Hi, V. And of course, you know, giving feedback. And I saw some hearts going up in the chat as well during that time.
I think we have enough. I think we have enough for 1 minute. Yes, time ferry. Yes.
No, if we did, if we did it in sip and
1 minute.
spill.
What vocal exercise you would give to a beginner?
Okay.
That's what I want to know. Let the people, because this is what you do at Vocademy.
Yes.
Give us a vocal exercise.
I'll do that in 15 seconds. So
Awesome, go ahead.
You inhale through the mouth, ensure that your shoulders are down and relaxed. Inhale through the mouth, not the nose, like this. Swooping in, so you're swooping in with a strength. Say,
you have to say the ha.
Yes,
you have to
do.
hear the ha.
Yes,
Okay.
What does that do?
Basically, it engages the diaphragm.
The diaphragm,
So
yes.
the shoulders are lifted, then of course you engage in clavicular breathing, and so you won't use the
Girl,
full capacity of your
vocab.
air.
Very easy.
You only use like
Talk
a third of your
detail.
air.
Ladies, you
When
think we
breathe
could
into
do
the
it?
chest cavity.
Of course.
Let me get a maha. Ready? 3, 2.
And then
Like
Yes,
a sigh.
sigh.
Chris, you didn't tell me it was.
Like a
If it was
That's what I
practicing,
mean.
it was practicing.
Girl,
All right,
the girl is a vocal
That
coach.
was cheesy. Let me do another.
Yes, it was. Look at time ferry. About time ferry.
No, but hear me out. Hear me out. Here's the why. Singing and use of voice, even in speaking, it's a very
Definitely.
similar
Absolutely.
relationship. And we
Absolutely
sit on this show and we talk, and we have people out there wanting to talk. We have, folks in there that do that. So right up my alley. I'll share some stuff with you off air as well. Give us another one more, and then time for everything.
no problem.
I can't take it.
Of course, but the very same technique, you inhale through the mouth, preferably. Of course, you would hear that you can inhale through the nostrils. My preference is through the mouth. All right, we're gonna do a riff, and the riffing is like a little bit difficult for most to do. We call it curls in the Caribbean. It's not curls, it's riff. So we'll start with the first one. Just try for me. Ha, 3, 4.
Ha,
Ha.
ha.
And so you got 4 notes in there, right? Then
Yeah.
you ha.
No.
We have to try it. We have to try it. Give them one more. One
Just
more.
5 syllables.
Just sigh.
Yeah, just 5 syllables, right? So try. Let's slow it down. Try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
One more time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, just replace the numbers now with the ha, right? Try ha.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
You know your thing.
Very well.
I feel like big up Miss Grandison Rock. I was in a little choir session.
Yes,
a little choir session. We was warming up. Mom made me moo.
Tamika says you're literally the best, right? And Lendell says really awesome voice.
Thank you so
amazing.
much.
All right, Chris. All right. Thanks. Yeah. All right.
You talk about trust, yeah? You don't trust. You gotta trust your girl.
I do trust you.
Trust your girl.
Okay, yeah. So, my gosh, thank you so much. Are you staying for Sip and Spill?
She has to. Told her all about it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's a gotcha. We just want to know.
She looked into the mirror.
Before we go off, Esther came in, says best vocal coach ever.
Yeah, in the history of ever. I love that.
you.
Of course, y'all. Thank you so much. We do have much more show for you. Keep it locked to Island Girl Talk. But first, and with that, we wrap
our spotlight segment.
We will definitely be back. Of course, the best is yet to come. Sip and Spill with our girl Vanessa Briggs. Don't go a place.
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
Get ready as Our Radio.fm presents Our DJ Battle.
Every girl pull up on a DJ spot. Every girl wanna know a DJ.
Our Radio is looking for the hottest young DJs and announcers to become part of our patriotic lineup and represent Trinidad and Tobago music the right way. Do you have what it takes to impress our celebrity judges and entertain the fans live on air? Then now is your chance to win brand new DJ equipment, vouchers, and a 1-year contract with Our Radio.fm to fill our coveted Friday night slot. Register today by sending a 15-minute demo mix to DJ Battle at OurRadio.fm. That's DJ Battle at OurRadio.fm. Contestants must be 18 years and over. Deadline for submissions is Friday, September 1st. Contact and keep it locked to our Instagram page at OurRadio.fm for all contest details. So submit your demos now and get ready to win our DJ Battle. Brought to you by KFC, Streamline Systems, and O.U.R Radio Limited.
Where would I be without your love? Lord, where would I be without your love? Through the rain that kept on coming, through the pain that kept on creeping, Lord, you've been my strong tower, Jesus, the name of power. Don't know why you love me, I don't know why you care, don't know why you sacrificed your son. And though I'm not worthy, your arms are open wide. Blood that was shed, price for my life. I'm so glad you did. Yeah. Love, that is your name. God of the
And we are back, of course, with more show as promised for you guys. It's your Island Girls. I'm Crystal Kane.
I am Lex.
I'm Kemba Joe.
And we have the lovely Vanessa Briggs in the house. Guys, if you're just joining us, you missed a treat. We interviewed our girl. She talked all about her career and all the exciting things that she's doing currently and about to be doing and all that jazz. Listener, we have people saying you're so graceful and listen.
Absolutely.
Like said, regal. Right? We really appreciate you coming here today and just gracing us with your presence.
It was lovely being
here. Of course. It was lovely having you. So now you can afford to relax. Like I tell you, now Vanessa's a little iffy about the sip and spiller, you all. She was a bit
Vanessa saw what was happening and she said
she was a bit
go easy, honey.
Oh, shake it. Yes, she finally sang. She finally. So every time Kemba Jo has a tendency to break out in song when she hears a key word.
One word.
Yes, it is.
So we decided to mark each moment by shaking the shack whenever she does it.
What we really need is like a triangle or something.
We do. We need a little.
Yes, a ping.
Wow. Yeah.
Until better can be done. Yeah.
No, I really am a singer of random songs. I was docile today. It was the topic and thing now. I was just a drag my scalp and thing. I didn't really want to sing. I wanted to cry. Anyway,
all of that.
But now
it's time for Sip and Spill. Cheers!
I feel like we could still cheers even though it's water.
Yes.
It's water. We could still cheers. We could cheers
where
the
we
water.
sip and we spill. What we spilling?
Everything.
You're gonna find out. Now, in case you're wondering, where is Vanessa's Caribe? Our girl is a healthy eater and drinker. No sugar,
that's why
vegan diet, etc. Vegan or pescatarian?
Pescatarian.
Right. Pescatarian diet, all that jazz. Yes. Skinning. And we are here for it. We are in support of taking care of your body. So hold our water for now. Yeah? But we're still sipping and we're still spilling.
Yes.
All right? But of course, I got to do what I got to do. Yes. So of course, into the unknown with Caribe hard ciders, all new flavors, Caribe Brut and Mimosa, and discover a taste that's perfect for you. Still gluten-free and all natural, so you can enjoy every moment guilt-free. Caribe hard cider, moments made extraordinary. Drink responsibly. Yes?
Every time you know, every time.
And with that,
every time,
we commence our Sip and Spill segment. Who is going first, boy?
I feel like you itching to go first today.
Because
Chris.
Me? What gave you that impression?
But you say you have questions.
You
ready?
Yes, that's true.
He's like, I have questions. All right.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Hola, buenas tardes. Hello.
All right, Vanessa. Name one thing that you... Let me rephrase it. Name one thing you think it might be time for you to let go of.
Ooh.
Yeah. We go in there.
Why, boy?
We go in there.
What is the one thing? It would probably be people's perception of me.
Yes. Yes, amen, sister.
Let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go.
What about you, Cam?
Right. Okay. Jesus.
Oh, shake the shack.
No, that's right. We missed it already. Tell me the question again. I zone out.
Name one thing you think it might be time for you to let go of.
I mean, I don't do that. It was about other people's expectations.
Yes.
But no, I think no. This is a real one. I think it's time for me to let go of my limiting belief about where I can go next. Sorry, Lex.
I hope it's seeing my eye.
I felt it. Bombastic side eye. Criminal offensive
side eye.
Sorry, Lex, but that's what's What's
I had different words, but it essentially means
well,
the
and
same.
use your words.
So letting go of hey. After she take my words.
Sorry, I'm giving it back.
I was going to say letting go of imposter syndrome. So it's kind of, the same.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
And really having belief.
But it's different. It's different, yes, because for me, it's not so much the imposter syndrome. It's the all that is to come next, really looking ahead and strategizing how to make it a reality. The imposter syndrome might hit me later on, but I'm not there now.
Right.
If you know what I mean.
I get you.
So yeah, it's the same, but it's not. It's similar.
Cousins.
Like the girl in the picture.
But why are you doing this?
Oh my, there's that laugh. There's that laugh.
Why are we doing this?
I have to read the context, Chris, if I may.
Yes,
I'm sorry, Mo.
You see what she did there?
Crystal was convinced, and I still think she feels like
those
foolishness.
Yes,
that there's this photo of this lady that is me.
Should I show them?
Up to you.
Because I was like, you shouldn't show nobody else.
I was like,
that girl is you. You are that girl.
But wait, there's more. So Crystal brings the picture. She shows it to Liquid, Navy, and Tiger, and they were like, "That is not Kemba." And in her mind,
it is you.
But we decided it's my cousin, long lost stock photo lady. Is my cousin.
I can't show them because it's on the phone that I'm currently using. So listen,
it's cousins.
The girl has your face.
Okay. Thanks.
Right? Or you have hers.
I'll
it
put
is
this
you.
way. She real cute, so big up me and
Thank
big up
you.
she same way.
Right?
Chris,
now I have to find that girl because the way my OCD is set up, I need to find out who it is.
Answer the question.
All right. So one thing I think it's time for me to let go of. I actually have two, very short. One is negative self-talk, right? And that ties in with the imposter syndrome. You know, who do you think you are? You think you could really do this, or blah, blah, or really thinking for other people and studying. Well, that's probably what others are thinking. One. And two, I need to let go of apologizing for being essentially me. You know what I mean? That's a big thing for me because I'm stoic. I am frank. I am forward. I am very honest to a fault. And sometimes that can be deemed abrasive. Well, then so be it. I'm tired of always having to say, oh God, did I say that too rough? Or did I da-da-da-da-da? It wasn't, no, because I don't actively seek out to offend. But I think sometimes when I speak truth and I don't lie to a person, the truth can be so hard hitting that they take it as they feel offended by it. They take it as an offense. And I have to learn how to, and I'm actively learning now to stop apologizing for essentially who I am and certain things I know that is innate within me. Yeah. I'm not going to change it.
Nice.
You know?
I like that.
And even if I wanted to, I don't think I could because it's just who I am. So yeah, negative self-talk and apologizing for me, for who I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one thing I let go of.
Next question.
Go now.
All right, this one's kind of fun. So, what scene in a movie has evoked the most feeling out of you? It could be any feeling.
Ooh.
But it has to be an intense
but it has
feeling.
But yeah.
The most feeling.
Jeez. Well, you know,
can I just go? Oh, shucks, no. But that's so you go first. And then I'll go.
Right. So you know what? It's not that I don't have the answer, right? But here I am thinking, that answer, that response is probably just a little bit unorthodox. But anyway.
That's okay.
You know
the
who
very
you're talking
first
to? It's us or no?
Let me tell you, I don't know what it is, but every time I see Set It Off, like to this day, I don't know what happened, right?
Yeah, boy.
That was the first time I remember being very aware of what I felt.
My people.
You see when Queen Latifah got shot.
Take all them. That was a real good scene.
I remember thinking, oh my God, I felt so emotional. I'm like, what is this? Why am I feeling this way? And then, of course, when Chida was looking through the window.
Yes, of course.
Like, I was up to now, I don't know why I do it. Don't ask me.
Speak the
I'm just
things.
saying, I feel a little emotive.
A little?
And what it is, to me though, it's nostalgic because it's synonymous with the first time I was aware of how much I felt and experienced watching a movie and then I have to remind myself,
it's just a movie.
Right? So that's what it is.
But that was a good actor though, especially when she
she was so good.
And then
she was so good.
finally dies. I was like,
I felt emotional. I teared up. I teared up.
Oh, she blinking fast all now.
Exactly, right? So I remember the very first time, I felt that way about a movie. It would have been that. So, yeah, I like real action. So I like action movie. That's my thing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so,
I feel
nice. That's my thing.
Okay.
So the question is, what movie evokes the most emotion out of you?
Set it off.
Feeling, emotion.
All right.
What scene in the movie?
The scene or the movie itself?
What scene in a movie?
I think it's Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind with Jim Carrey and Kate Winslet. You all know. Okay, it's one of my it's one of the best movies you'll ever see. Watch it. It is one of the best movies you'll ever see. So, quick synopsis. Jim Carrey, Kate Winslet, their characters fall in love, toxic relationship. They love each other, but just all kind of stuff. They break up. Well, she went to this doctor who can target certain parts of the brain that is synonymous with that relationship, right? And you're basically erasing the person from your psyche, from your mind, your memory, everything. But first, there's certain things you have to put in place. So you have to get rid of everything that would remind you of them. Gifts, this, that, the other, friends, all of that. Doctor, their job is to let everybody know who would have known of the relationship, mother, father, best friend, whatever, if on both sides. Do not speak to Kate Winslet about Jim Carrey. She has done this procedure and you're bound to they get this letter and real drama. Wow. He sees her in a library and she treats him like a stranger because she don't know him. She erased him from her mind and he is just gutted. If as you and then he goes and has the same procedure and then they show us the whole it's just so it's such a good movie. Good. Wow. And then at the end they end up finding each other again and they find out about the doctor because he was outed by a worker there who found out that she was once in love with the doctor but couldn't be with him because he was an old married man. And she decided to, you know what, I'm gonna send everybody's files back to them and give them, the
information.
And they found out about each other through that. And it was just like, best movie ever. Best movie ever. Best movie ever. And I don't know what's in the entire movie. It's just a mind EFF.
Okay.
You'll
have to send it to me.
And then the Notebook.
Same.
Yes. At the very end, when she says, "Do you think our love can take us away?"
Listen, so you together. Kirsten, I'm gonna steal that because I was thinking of it's two movies. I remembered. Everyone was like, "Oh my God, Kim, you need to watch Book. You're gonna love. You're gonna cry." And I was like, "I'm not gonna cry. Y'all don't know me like that." Never got to see it in cinema. Right. Every time I tried to go to see it in Movie Town, something happened. Couldn't see it in Movie Town. This thing come out long after the fact. Sitting down, I remember I finished. It was A levels I'd finished. And I was home doing nothing. I turned on the TV, whatever. It's like, hey, look the Notebook. And I was like, this is what everybody said I was going to cry at. Whatever. And I was like, oh my gosh, what kind of toxic relationship is this? And it's all of the different things. If you're a bird, I'm a bird. I'm like, oh, that's cute. Where the tears? The last scene, right? And you see how the relationship evolves and you see and then the last scene, you see when a woman started to sing that song.
What song?
It was whatever. It was
their song?
It was I think it was Love Lifted Me. She was humming the song Love Lifted Me. The nurse is a black nurse.
Nurse.
She walks inside the room, whatever, and she touches their hand. I have goosebumps. I'm gonna cry. And the movie ends, and I remember saying, "Oh my gosh, I'm feeling. Oh wow, that's so cute.
Oh my god, yes. They became birds."
But then this guttural song.
The one that where you go
sobbing. I just skipped.
And I was like, the credits are running up the screen. And guys went, listen. And I was like, who made that song?
It was you.
Yes. That scene is the best. Yeah.
Movie. If I watch that at the bad time of the month, wrong time of the month, I said I'm a mess at a lie dog, at a journal, at a wrap up, at a call for support. Listen. So
I don't know, but we would for word,
Same.
Do you think our love could take us away together? And then he says, I think our love can do whatever we want it to do.
That movie, what do you want? What do you want? And she's having a moment. So that's the first one. The second one is Inside Out. It's an animated movie, Disney Pixar. Love my Disney Pixar movies.
Pixar.
And it's basically all about minds. So it's like psychology basically of traumatic life events. And Riley is the protagonist and she's 10. She's going through a lot. And these emotions, joy and sadness, basically get sucked out of their headquarters. And the journey is making it back to headquarters. But along the way, they meet all of these characters. And they meet Riley's imaginary friend, Bing Bong. And they had a song.
Bing Bong.
Again, a song. Who's the one who likes to play Bing Bong, Bing Bong? Rock makes it go away, Bing Bong, Bing Bong. And the whole movie is, Bing Bong is there. And then joy and sadness, drama. They fall down into the pile of forgotten memories with Bing Bong.
Check the face.
And it's a part of the brain where, of course, it's where the memories die. And they had to find the rocket. And the three of them are trying to make it back up to headquarters. And then they can't.
What does the rocket do? Take them back to HQ?
Yes, you have to sing the song. That's gas in the song. Oh. So Bing Bong, Joy and Sadness get in the wagon. They sing the song, Who's one who likes to play Bing Bong, Bing Bong? And then they soar across, get out of the pit. And they're like, yay, we made it. And it's only Joy and Sadness because Bing Bong is down in the pit of forgotten memories. And they look over and Bing Bong starts fading away. Let me tell you. The way I cried.
The drama.
I cried. There wasn't the guts of the song. I just bawled down the place.
Wow.
The funniest part is that I was watching it with my son. And he also felt emotion. But I was, and he's like, take off this movie. So if you have seen Inside Out, that scene with Bing Bong,
okay.
and how his character saves them in the end, like the way that it was shot and all the emotion behind it, and Joy is so focused on getting back up into the part of the brain that, and then the psychology behind it, because of course your memories fade over time, and it was. I have goosebumps. Give me a minute.
Okay, we had to watch it.
So Inside Out is it? Lex, what about you?
Okay, so I also have two. The first one is John Q. With Denzel Washington. That scene where he was running so that he could make it to get to get the heart replacement for his son. Yeah. And the other one is Best Man Holiday.
Oh, yes.
Watching that yet?
I've seen it.
That scene where he stood over his wife's grave. And like you could see like the sob coming up from him and he just breaking down. That was mad. It was
crazy.
mad. It was a great
I didn't watch it
piece
yet.
of acting.
After watch it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was a real good question.
Nice
Legs. Oh my gosh. Okay, my turn.
Yes.
I liked this
Should
one
we gear
so
up?
much. We should gear up always. It's me, come on.
Right.
How would you describe yourself to a blind person?
Oh, yeah. Physically, you're talking about, or
the
just
person
who
is
you
blind.
are?
The person
Okay,
is
well,
blind.
yes, of course, physically.
How would you describe yourself to a blind person?
Some an average height. Female. Because you can probably hear from my voice. I'm probably slim thick.
Hey,
Let's say slim.
I like that.
But we're dealing with thick right now. So slim thick. I am a medium chocolate complexion and I have locks. I have a great smile. And yeah, I think I am. I can be considered attractive because there's pretty, there's beautiful, there's attractive. But I think, yeah, I'm attractive.
Yes, you are.
I like that.
Yes, you are.
I like that. I love that. Thanks. You see, that wasn't so bad.
It was a little bit, but
It was.
it's cool.
It wasn't so. It was bad. It was bad.
I don't have time, but it's cool.
No, that's amazing. That's amazing.
It's cool.
Oh, it's me. All right.
I know you, Alex.
What the question is exactly?
How would you describe yourself to a blind person?
Gorgeous.
They don't know what I mean.
Well.
Yeah. I would say a little on the chunky side now. A girl put on some weight. Still trying to decide if I like it or not.
You're lying to the blind people and them. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. Go through, sis.
Caramel colored. wig wearing sometimes and curly hair wearing other times.
Uh-huh.
A little curvy here and there.
Colin, first comment. That's all I have to say.
You know, the boomsy, the slide. If I do some more squats, it go be alright. It go be alright. 5'3". Big forehead. But the cute kind, cute girl. Let's come on now, Vanessa. You have it too. Lex, you have it. Kemba,
no, I have a forehead.
I have
a forehead or 3 head.
But you know, that big forehead energy, it'd be doing some things to people. So yeah, big forehead, the alien forehead. Whoop. All right. And nice eyes and even nicer nose. Because I love my nose. Wow. And that's about it.
Nice.
Oh, nice melons according to color.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They be doing some things. She said physically.
Well, a blind person, what does a blind person need to know? What would you like? The vax with my no gosh.
I mean, I would say big head. Big AF. Big AF. Y'all know it big.
What would you like?
But I will join Chris on the big head wagon. My head big. So it has been. Forehead and all.
Just the forehead, not the whole head.
No, my head big. I have an oval shaped face.
Yes, you do. Very nice.
I'm milk chocolatey. All of the milk chocolatey goodness.
Melanin popping.
Definitely curvy. I'm coming with all of the curves.
Yes, I.
Yeah.
Yes, I.
I have a great smile.
Yes, you do.
Have sort of almond-shaped eyes.
Very almond-shaped eyes. Yeah. Hello.
Very almond-shaped eyes.
Sort of nothing.
I have micro locks. That's how I wear my hair generally. Mm-hmm. I am definitely a naturalista. Always natural. Not a drop of relaxer. Yeah, I think that for the
your
most
whole
part
life?
is it. All my life.
Oh, yeah. Lucky
Never
you.
relax. Yeah,
lucky.
Forever and ever. Yep. All right, my turn.
Come on now, unicorn. Come on.
Well, you know, I think that I would actually probably ask the blind person to describe what my voice sounds like.
Why your voice?
Because my voice and the way that I use my voice definitely expresses my energy.
Then he'll probably think you're 6 feet tall with that. You know what I'm saying?
He'll definitely think that voice coming from somebody.
Indeed.
That's will
I correct them? I may or may not, right? But no, so I will ask them to describe, okay, well, what do you hear in my voice? Mm-hmm. And based on what they hear, the energy or the everything, that's when I'll sort of map it on. So I've been told, more often people have said that my voice sounds like sunshine. Like when I'm in a really high energy space, my voice sounds like sunshine.
It sounds like butter.
And it feels like
smooth,
sunshine.
Right?
It
butter.
feels like sunshine.
And so I will say, okay, so if I feel like sunshine, then my smile. It's one of the first things that I will describe about myself. Despite sounding as if I'm 6 feet tall, I am not.
Diminutive.
I am. But yes,
She's
but you see what happens is that the awesomeness can't just it had to stop. It'll be too much awesome. So I will definitely ask them to describe what they hear, and then based on that, I have a smile that goes to my eyes, and then my eyes sparkle like sunshine when I'm really excited. Did you know apparently I am red, apparently. I don't know about apparently. Don't know what that is.
She's real fine at it, but I can give you some.
Just like what you think package of sunshine would be the cuteness. So it's tiny, it's effervescent. So my physique, puppy dog eyes apparently. Somebody told me that one. What? And so when you think of, I wouldn't necessarily want to describe
wide toothy grin.
Yes. Like it goes all the way. So it's giving them or allowing them to paint that visual picture of them, of who they believe I am, and that's just because what's on the inside is also on the outside. And that's what I would do.
I like that.
Yeah. All right. Time for everything. I feel like we have to do one more
Yes.
Real quick.
Uno more.
I feel we
Uno
should
más.
let me do it, but just commit to answering quickly.
Yes.
Okay, sure.
Quick.
Yeah.
All right. So who's next?
You are.
Yeah.
Going
It was
back
1, 2,
around to
3.
you. Mhm.
Tag your.
I started first.
You did, ma'am. You were ready with them questions.
See old people saying, all right. Give me a second here. I have some whoppers here.
As you do that, I'm going to jump in the chat real quick because
Yeah,
Colin
do
is
that.
out
Do that.
of pocket.
Do that.
Fire Wolfman, big movie show, Jim Carrey's Range. That's when you're talking
Yes.
about the movie with
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless
That's
Mind.
a real long title.
Yeah, but it's an amazing movie and
Candy, it's amazing
Good
movie.
title.
I'ma
It's a
watch
good
it.
title.
I'ma watch
Yeah.
it. Candy, it's like with the same person. I love Inside Out. Brilliant perspective on emotions. Hers is, thank you for sharing The Pursuit of Happiness.
Oh, good. I forget that. Yes.
For sure.
That was a good one too.
Oh, Man on
Mushroom tea.
Fire.
Man on Fire.
Jesus. Anyway, and then Colin, with his rudeness, I was just wondering when am I going to bless the blind person with the knowledge, and he put the peachy.
Thank you. Oh, you
Never.
didn't talk about the boom boom.
I did not.
Huge derriere. Hey, huge derriere.
It's because she do it so skillfully to her.
Right?
Thank you, Colin.
And it is
Thank you.
natural because a girl claims that she doesn't exercise. So imagine if she did. Hey.
All my business on people on them
Okey-dokey.
YouTube. What your question? I find you taking long.
I'm looking through. I feel I have some good ones here. You know.
Then you want licks to go just in
Well,
the
yeah,
interest
you
of
can
time
go.
for
Yes,
things.
please.
Cannot believe all you.
All right. So, next question. What is your most cherished childhood memory?
Jeez and natures.
For sure, it would be when my stepfather took me to, like I could see it vividly. My stepfather took me to a park. There was this park in Arima, and I remember exactly what I had on. I was probably about 3 or 4. Yeah. And he was just pushing me. He was very gentle. He was very caring, very nurturing. And so I remember him for that. So he spoke a lot. He talked a lot. And it felt like a very safe space. So I remember that vividly. So yeah.
Beautiful.
Very nice.
All that comes to mind is a time where I felt utter and immense joy. Just joy. And that was the day, back in the day, the zoo would have this thing called safari.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, cool, share pictures.
Right? That. I would think I was like 6 or 7. Best day ever. Best day ever.
Nice.
I enjoyed my clothes off. I have pictures where I spilled something on my top, and at that age you could go bareback as a girl. And yeah, best day ever.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, nice
Me?
and short.
Oh, my turn? Oops, sorry. Once upon a time, I was in a fashion show as a child. It was just looking at people to walk. So I learned how to walk down the catwalk. Hello, good day. I was about 7. But the memory that sticks out wasn't the modeling show. It was my outfit. Let me describe it real quick. It was a top and a skirt. It was an off-the-shoulder top, so an elastic. An elastic waist skirt, right? And the colors were like bubblegum pink and cotton candy blue, but it was like a tie-dye. So it
Barbie
listen,
things.
hello good day, Brel Barbie things. And I remembered and mommy did my hair, and listen, I was feeling myself that day.
Nobody can talk to you.
Could not. And of course, it was the white church shoes with the socks, the frilly socks on them. And I didn't mind that day because I was feeling myself. I walked on that catwalk like $1,000,000.
I love it.
That was the first thing. I didn't even think the first thing that jumps out. That outfit beat that outfit.
Wow.
If I could find a picture, and my hair was natural crystal, so for sure it was me. If I can find a picture, I will take it and I will send it to you.
me.
Yeah,
I need a
fashion show
comparison.
things. Yeah, fashion show.
Okay.
Like that.
Yeah. I like that.
Mine is every single moment that I had with my grandmother. Yes. I feel like
I miss my granny now.
she and I were like kindred spirits. Although I was so young, we had a different type of connection. Yeah.
Grandparents.
So
Yes.
You see, they get to do it a second time around, so they did it right with the
everybody in
grandchildren.
our families call me like the mini her. They see
Oh.
that we are so similar. So,
well, as you say that, you know, TikTok have a thing that can make you look like a teenager and make you look old. Well, I will show it to you after the show. I did one where how you look at maybe 80 years old. Split an image of my grandmother.
Seriously?
I didn't expect it.
Wow.
Showed it to my cousin. She started to cry. I was like, I look like mama.
No.
You know what I mean? Just like her.
Amazing.
I couldn't believe it.
I love that.
Yeah.
You ready with the question or I should go?
I think so.
Okay, I ready if you want more time. All right. Vanessa.
The drama.
What's one change you believe will make the world a better place?
Aye. Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
I think you need a maybe if there were a few more empaths.
And not the social media empath version. The real empaths.
Yeah, I think we'd be better for it. Some people would actually care about others and how they feel, and you know, just others, just people. So maybe more empaths.
Nice one.
Yeah. How about you?
Me?
Yeah.
Color blindness. You don't see color. I think that will definitely change the world. Don't see color. No black, no white, no nothing. Not even colorism within a race. Nada. Everybody.
I like colorism.
I think that would change a lot of things. Yeah, especially people could see themselves in everybody. No color.
Yeah, definitely.
That would
I could see
definitely
what you mean by
change the
that.
world.
Yeah. What about you, Lex?
Mine would be if we could limit, like if we literally had a limit on the time we were able to spend on social media.
Like it just cut off.
No. I don't like people telling me what to do. That's back now.
When you want to spend your time, and after that, no more.
If that's the case, though, we in shambles with this show.
Yeah.
Social
I
media
think that's. Lex, you think that would work, girl?
No,
social media. But like making it a better place. Why?
Making it a better place so that people can live and be in the moment more.
Yeah.
I can appreciate your point of view there.
Yeah, for
the
sure.
reasoning behind
them
it.
keyboard warriors and oh gosh, used to be up sometimes.
Yeah,
please.
gotcha.
Maybe kids would go out more and play instead of playing video games and all of that jazz. Yeah. I like that.
So
Well,
a song came to mind, obviously, right? As soon as I asked it, Barrington Levy, Vice Versa Love.
Sing it now, girl.
No, gosh, we all need.
You see, I don't understand this talking out these songs anymore.
We all need it. Vice Versa
She
Love.
finally find a space where people appreciate her singing, her spontaneous outbursts, and
in
nothing.
the space of empathy. In the space of empathy, you know, I really do believe like that song. Every time I hear it, it hits me. Vice Versa Love, and I think that will truly, it's a world peace, that will truly make the world a better place. Gracie with Free Bush.
I love it. Miss Congeniality.
But I do think that genuine, and we've become so individualistic.
Indeed.
We've lost the sense of community, and we're suffering and starving for it, and finding it in different ways, like unhealthy social media habits. So that's what I think. One change, I believe,
social
will make
media
the world
definitely
better.
does the opposite of what it purports or initially purported
What's
to do.
supposed to be.
All right, y'all ready yet?
We ready.
As
for
ready.
this? Are you ready for this?
I'd have gone watch Bring It On.
Oh my God!
To watch Bring It
I used
On
to
now.
remember the
I know that whole script.
videography.
Yes.
I know that whole
Spirit
script.
finger.
Oh my gosh!
Okay. Where in your life are you fully yourself? Let me rephrase. Where or when, depending on how you look at it, in your life are you fully able to be yourself?
I sense that this is a question that somebody else should respond to first. Like I sense it deeply.
Okay.
Why
I
you
can go
running?
first.
Who wants to go first? Next, cousin already.
That I can be myself.
Yeah.
Like completely me. Not gonna call the name, but when I'm speaking to somebody in particular. Yeah.
Very nice.
I like that.
He really creates the space for me to be me, and I only experience that with him.
That's very nice.
Only. no judgment, open. Like
Wherever
I don't
you
feel
are,
like
big up
anybody
you.
else
I get
knows
it.
me in that space. Yeah.
I get it.
Wherever that person is, if you're listening, if you're watching, if you go back and watch it, big up you. I could go. Now, everywhere. Everywhere and
Talk
every
the
day.
things, Kems.
Because of all the work. Like I don't, where I show up here is where I show up in work. The people know me by my laugh. As scandalous as and rock and just out of
Well, we
at
love
home. Oh my God, child, you're laughing so loud, 10 o'clock in the night. In work, exactly who you see here is who I am. I mean, I'll have to present myself in different ways, or if I'm on air on radio, or if I'm doing I'm grateful that I have been courageous enough, most recently last couple of months, to really be myself everywhere.
Wow.
And if that's too much for you, then choke. Sorry.
Love
Too bad.
that. You ready?
Yeah, definitely. There are two places in particular. When I'm alone, and when I'm alone and I'm singing or worshiping, or
Yes.
honestly, that's where I'm myself. Or when I'm with my clients, like large groups, and I'm in my element. I am whimsical. I'm relaxed. I'm easygoing. That's when I am myself. I feel very liberated there.
I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
I love that
Yeah, amazing. What about you, Chris?
I find, and don't mistake this with what I told you about me being introverted. I find that I'm able to be myself among strangers. Let me explain. So I am an introvert. So if I'm around you and you just happen to bring people that you know but I don't know, you would find me going into a shell because I didn't plan for that. I didn't cater for that. It might draw from my energy. I might feel depleted. But what I mean is, like, in my travels, like I travel abroad for work or whatever, and I meet a bunch of people that I never knew or met before, and we in a space and we have to be in that space, for a period of time. They're still strangers, but they're getting to know me. I'm able to fully be myself. No pretense, no nothing. Just me. And I kind of like that, because I find that strangers are more, they're more open to accepting, receptive to accepting me for who I am, no matter what. So, Crystal is very intense. She likes to do this, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and she goes by the book. She doesn't like to deviate. She doesn't like this, They respect that. That's it. That's just who she is. No judgment, no nothing. And I like that, because that is what I like to give to people. No judgment, just be you. Yeah, we could work around whatever it is. If there's a problem, we talk it out, but just do you. And I would do me. And once we could accept each other, we could. And I find like I'm able to do that around strangers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
we good?
We bust.
We bust bad.
We bust.
we were talking the notes after. And with that, we wrap our Sip and Spill segment. We want to thank the lovely Vanessa for being a good sport.
Thank you.
You did well.
For sure.
Yeah. I told you it was going to be easy.
We were good.
Yeah.
We're good.
We like to, here at Island Girls Talk, we can read the room, right?
Yeah.
Like our lovely
Lickles
blog. Blog, right?
Daily
blog.
Daily affirmation blog.
Indeed. So we knew exactly what we could and couldn't ask.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Keep it locked right here to Island Girl Talk. We will be back with more show. We've got Let's Talk Trends coming up with the lovely Lick right here on O.U.R radio.fm.
One thing me I pray, get my money and build my dreams. Rep for my city and fix my scheme. System mother so they set it, so you have to get up and I get it. Get a youth them a dream. Get your money and build your dreams. Rep your city and fix your scheme. System mother so they set it.
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
Get ready as Our Radio.fm presents Our DJ Battle.
Every girl pull up on a DJ spot. Every girl wanna know a DJ.
Our Radio is looking for the hottest young DJs and announcers to become part of our patriotic lineup and represent Trinidad and Tobago music the right way. Do you have what it takes to impress our celebrity judges and entertain the fans live on air? Then now is your chance to win brand new DJ equipment, vouchers, and a 1-year contract with Our Radio.fm to fill our coveted Friday night slot. Register today by sending a 15-minute demo mix to DJ Battle at ourradio.fm. That's DJ Battle at ourradio.fm. Contestants must be 18 years and over. Deadline for submissions is Friday, September 1st. Contact and keep it locked to our Instagram page at ourradio.fm for all contest details. So submit your demos now and get ready to win our DJ Battle. Brought to you by KFC, Streamline Systems, and O.U.R Radio Limited. Get ready.
A subsidiary of Eastern Credit Union Cooperative Society Limited, EPL Properties Limited has been a steadfast presence since 2002. Anchoring EPL's triumphs are 5 vibrant revenue-generating business units. EPL Events, nestled along the Eastern Main Road St. Joseph, La Jolla Complex boasts enchanting venues, from the grand Eric Williams Auditorium to the versatile Ed Garcia Gymnasium and Poolside, and the intimate courtyard and garden gazebo. EPL Properties Facilities Management Unit ensures smooth operations for medium to large businesses, custodial care, construction and projects. Behold the gems at La Jolla. Exquisite executive suites like the Opal, Aquaterra, Turquoise and Sapphire. Discover our sporting complex, a sanctuary for health and fitness enthusiasts. Embrace activities from weightlifting to swimming. EPL Properties Limited, enhancing people's lives.
And we are back with more show for you guys. It's time for Let's Talk Trends. Lex, you are up, my girl.
Yes, it
but we
is,
didn't do a thing.
guys.
It's time for Let's Talk Trends with the lovely Lex.
Yes. So first up, guys, this has been raging in the news, and that's the strike with the pilots that had cancellation left, right, and center with Caribbean Airlines, of course.
I thought they say it was a sick out.
Well, it was a sick out.
Well, we know what it
that's
is.
what
We
it
know
was.
what it
Because you know
Yes.
legally they can't strike, right?
Yes.
Yes,
That's why.
So that's why that second part of it came in, where they ordered them back to work, and customers from Caribbean Airlines have been left without flights. I am sure that Caribbean Airlines employees are working diligently, to reaccommodate customers as fast as they can. But it did leave a lot disgruntled.
That was a scene. I heard of I know a couple of people. Someone went down to the port after their flight was disrupted and waited till 5:30 by themselves in the morning to just be the first in line to get our ticket to come back home. I know of people called and were like, oh my god, what am I going to do? And stranded in the US, stranded across.
So you're going to hear some little rumblings online, and allegedly they're being paid exceptionally low.
Yes,
I think it's very low. I wouldn't call the amount.
It is,
but that is too low in my humble opinion.
And they've not had adjustments and different things. I mean, definitely valid, and the purpose of striking is to cause a disruption. So
of course,
whether it's a sick out, whether it's whatever you want to call it, I will say sick out for, of course, legal purposes.
Yes.
And they definitely got the attention. So here's to hoping that moving forward, things are better and easier for them.
Definitely.
What else we got, Lex?
Bit of a sad story, but I think that it deserves mention just because it's a missing minor, a female, and the TTPS is seeking urgent assistance for the public in locating 15-year-old Dishelle Thomas. She has been missing since August 19th at 11 p.m. and was reported missing to the Mathura police station on August 20th. All right. So just a short description. She's of mixed descent, 5 feet, 5 inches tall, light brown in complexion, with curly hair, just 15. All right.
We weren't able to get a picture up on the big screen, but if you have one there on your phone, you could show it up to the camera, of course.
Oh, from the article. Yeah. Oh, hold on. You're good.
Yes.
There? Right. There she is.
That is the missing young lady.
So if you do have a sighting, please call.
Indeed.
All right. And the very last is Miss Shakari, Richard's son. All right. She is the comeback kid. All right. So we would have known that she stepped away for a while, and I think she just completely went into her zone and she upped her game and she said, yes, I'm ready, and she came back.
Got a better
so in
too.
in
Some
Budapest,
self-control.
She was ready.
She
proved them wrong.
Ran the 100-meter world title on Monday, out sprinting a star-studded field to take a gold medal 2 years after a positive marijuana test derailed her Olympic dreams. But she's back, and she was in lane 9 and she finished in 10.65 seconds to match the year's best time and set the world championship record.
Okay.
So Shakari was like, yeah.
Big up Shakari. And
Right.
even the energy that she has, if you see her on the track now,
you can see the growth.
She's so calm. Before, like looking back, I think her energy was so angry and she was grieving. She was in a really tough place. She lost people that she loved. She's back and she's been such a great talent. So, you know, the discipline and everything now. I do wish her the best.
So of course, in her moment of joy, it also caused an upset. Yeah, so she upset the Jamaicans, beating them. But we are happy for her, as this is her first major competition on the world stage since. And even though she was listed as an underdog, she came forward victorious.
Top dog things.
Indeed.
The top dog things.
Indeed.
She deserves this win, I think. And then, of course, we had 2 Jamaicans coming second and third.
Yes.
Correct.
Shalian, of course, who's a favorite. That girl, Shalian. I'm a girl. I really love her. And even the camaraderie that they would have had on the track and everything. That is the friendliness despite the competition that Shakari did not have.
Yes.
So, I mean, she looked for her thing. Let me be
I was going to mention that when you said the Jamaicans were upset, you were talking about Jamaicans in Jamaica, not the competitors.
The athletes.
No.
Right. It's sportsmanship. Really good sportsmanship.
They exhibited really good
absolutely.
sportsmanship.
And you could tell that it was good vibes.
I think one of them was like, you know how long the USA win a gold medal?
Shaliana gave.
And Shakari was like, because of you.
Yeah.
Because of you.
Shakari of 2 years ago, remember that iconic moment. Shakari's like, and I want to head there. And Shalian passing just smiling.
But she's just 23, guys.
Yes.
And I do look forward to much more growth from her and much more races being won.
Yep.
I wish her the best of luck.
Yes,
we all
indeed.
do. She's going to be great.
That's
So
it.
that is it.
Wrap your thing up.
With that, we wrap.
Let's talk trends. Keep it locked right here to Island Girl Talk. We will be right back with the Empowerment Minute with the lovely Kimber Joe. Right here on our radio.fm.
You got that mind that believe me, I might go astray. Let me rest my head on you, baby.
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
Get ready as Our Radio.fm presents Our DJ Battle.
Every girl pull up on a DJ spot. Every girl wanna know a DJ.
Our Radio is looking for the hottest young DJs and announcers to become part of our patriotic lineup and represent Trinidad and Tobago music the right way. Do you have what it takes to impress our celebrity judges and entertain the fans live on air? Then now is your chance to win brand new DJ equipment, vouchers, and a 1-year contract with OurRadio.fm to fill our coveted Friday night slot. Register today by sending a 15-minute demo mix to DJ Battle at OurRadio.fm. That's DJ Battle at OurRadio.fm. Contestants must be 18 years and over. Deadline for submissions is Friday, September 1st. Contact and keep it locked to our Instagram page at OurRadio.fm for all contest details. So submit your demos now and get ready to win our DJ Battle. Brought to you by KFC, Streamline Systems, and O.U.R Radio Limited. Get ready as OurRadio.fm.
Subsidiary of Eastern Credit Union Cooperative Society Limited, EPL Properties Limited has been a steadfast presence since 2002. Anchoring EPL's triumphs are 5 vibrant revenue-generating business units. EPL Events, nestled along the Eastern Main Road, St. Joseph, La Jolla Complex boasts enchanting venues, from the grand Eric Williams Auditorium to the versatile Ed Garcia Gymnasium and Poolside, and the intimate courtyard and garden gazebo. EPL Properties Facilities Management Unit ensures smooth operations for medium to large businesses, custodial care, construction and projects. Behold the gems at La Jolla, exquisite executive suites like the Opal, Aquaterra, Turquoise and Sapphire. Discover our sporting complex, a sanctuary for health and fitness enthusiasts. Embrace activities from weightlifting to swimming. EPL Properties Limited, enhancing people's lives.
Welcome back, y'all. Of course, thank you to everyone that has stuck with us all the way through. By now, y'all know we go until 9. Just organize yourself. Stick with what it is. We go until 9 simply because there's so much that we always want to share, and then we have all the fun. So thank you. But finally, for the last time this evening, it's your Island Girls. I'm Kemba Joe.
I am Lix.
I'm Crystal Kane.
And we are getting ready for one of the they're all the best parts. I don't know how to feel about
and
this
we
anymore.
still have our guests with us.
We do, of course, Vanessa. Thank you so much for sticking it through. Thank you for sharing all that you did and just for being a beautiful bit of energy in our space. For sure. All right, so as we wrap things up, it's time for the Empowerment Minute.
Woosa. Because we got to get Vanessa Woosa into it. Yes.
One more time. It's time for the Empowerment Minute.
Woosa. Yes.
There you go. Yeah. Right. So I mean, the topic today, we know we's hit our list some big stuff. Right. We sorry, but we also not sorry, because these are the things that need to be talked about. And thinking of that and all of that we've shared this evening's moment, and the quote is by Ethan Hawke, well-known actor. And it's ironic that we talked about movies today because he's also a very amazing actor. Anyway, the quote is, if you get close to what you love, who you are is revealed to you. I'll go again. Said by Ethan Hawke. If you get close to what you love, who you are will be revealed to you.
Isn't that the truth?
Whether it's a new hobby or that passion that you pursue, or just something new, or maybe what you're close to right now, you kind of realize, oh, wait a minute. Just know that if you get close to what you love, who you are is revealed to you. And that's it. That's all I got.
She dragged me up. She hit me. She don't even know how hard she hit me.
One last drag.
Down
Charlotte Streets for the night.
Remind me to tell you what that quote means.
Not
to
a problem.
After this show.
That's it, y'all.
Yes.
So
that is it. And with that, we wrap the Empowerment Minute. Guys, we want to thank you all so much, as always, for tuning in and just being our ride or dies. You know what I mean? Thank you for your support. We are still growing and getting better and better by the week.
Yes.
Even by the day. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And we just appreciate your support thus far. We want to thank Vanessa once more for being here.
Yeah.
We appreciate you and we welcome you back anytime with anything that you're doing, new music, new projects, whatever. Just come on. Even if you feel like you want to come and chill with us or be our Island Girl Talk for the day, we welcome you. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Guys, as always, we'll be back next week, Wednesday, without fail, unless it's some big emergency like hurricanes and storms and rebuke it in the mighty
We will be
name
here.
of Jesus. But of course, we'll be back here next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Your fave Island Girls doing the damn thing, all right?
Yeah.
We could say damn, right? Yeah, man.
We could say that.
Doing the darn thing. Island Girl Talk, where women are free to simply be unapologetically. Keep it classy, guys.
Keep it cute.
Keep it sassy.
Bye.
She dominate.
She not stop crying till she reach her goal. Say she on the road, same old, oh Lord. She never take foot off her gas.
She don't bother with sleep till her whole team in. Full-time lioness, full-time queen, oh Lord. She never take foot off her gas.
She not stop crying till she reach her goal. Say she on the road, same old, oh Lord. She never take foot off her gas.
She don't bother with sleep till her whole team in. Full-time lioness, full-time queen, oh Lord. She never take foot off her gas. And she cook, she not one of the crazy young man there. She not one of the lazy young man there. She work hard every day. She dip on a day too frightened to pay for the man there. Them man can't believe, say she don't need them. Them grieve on the weekday and all weekend. Them can't chat to her cause she ballin'. She walk like a free man, Morgan. Watch she dance and step away from the haters.
And all the ones with the bad vibes, see you later.
And she full of faith, never forsake the creator.
Day after day, say she dominate. She not stop crying till she reach her goal. Say she on the road, same old Lord. She never take foot off her gas.
She don't bother with sleep till her whole team in. Full-time lioness, full-time queen, oh Lord. She never take foot off her gas.
She not stop crying till she reach her goal. Say she on the road, same old Lord. She never take foot off her gas.
She don't bother with sleep till her whole team in. Full-time lioness, full-time queen, oh Lord. She never take foot off her gas. She not one of the crazy young man there. She not one of the lazy young man there.
Cause she moving a supersonic speed.
Let me show you what pattern and style does look like. It's okay to smile, cause I love it when I tough man have a soft side. Way smooth like melodies. Long day, boy, you know I got the remedy. We go chill, but this say hand on Netflix. Leg twist, I bend it, shift that way. Beat it up like a drum, Chill down, real boring, sun fun. Good little gal, gun ton them for. Beat it up like a drum. Chill down, real boring, sun fun. Good little gal, gun ton them for. Anywhere you wanna go, I know I made the plans, but take control of me. Just me plus you and chill, can't see me, you know. Anywhere you wanna go, I know I made the plans, but take control of me. Just me plus you and chill, can't see me, you know. Oh my, me scream and ball and beg for mercy. Oh